It's been like 2.
Oh shit, we're a minute late. All right, yo. Welcome to the Black Clover, to the Manga versus Everybody podcast. How y'all doing tonight? It's your boy Josuke.
Bro, you're about to say the other name.
Exactly. It's your boy Josuke. Yo, how's the audio tonight? I'm not using my mic because for some reason I'm having like technical difficulties with it. So I'm actually using the mic from the headset, and I'm wondering how is the volume sound? Is it too low? Is it too loud? Could it be louder? What are we doing? But yeah, we got my boy RTL in the chat. My boy Rax is in the building. Trying some new stuff out today. Some new topics we want to talk about. Uh, yeah, there's a bunch of new stuff that's coming later on down the road as well. So yeah, first I want to check out the audio. Let me make sure
What's up, y'all?
somewhat decent. Hello.
Shit, y'all video face chatting tonight. Salty, I'm at work.
My boy
I don't get to stare at your beautiful faces.
Dude, I got an ad on my old video, so you guys can't complain about ads no more. I'm getting weird ads at that.
And me like that.
All right, let me just check that in.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even know you was live.
All right, audio's not that bad. Anyway, bro, we got a tier maker tonight that we're going to go through as well about the actual individual fights in Black Clover. They have pretty much a lot of them, and yeah, I'm probably gonna be basing it off the anime as well, like the anime version of the fight.
Yeah, I mean, these are all Black Clover anime fights on the tier maker, so it is the anime version.
Yeah. So that's something, and also probably going to talk a little bit about the news that's been going on as far as this mysterious death. Whoa, RT, that dog is fucking huge walking in the background.
I'm telling people the
Bro,
dude is huge, bro.
why does he have that shirt on?
Because he scratches so much. So I tore up one of the old shirts from my brother, and I put it on him because he scratches all the time.
Free my man RTL dog.
This is for his own good. I don't know what freedom you're talking about.
Is it working at least?
A little bit, because he hasn't been scratching where his stomach area. I tried to put shorts on him too, but that wasn't working.
That dog's huge, bro. I
Try to deck him out.
bad for anybody who tries to come in your house.
Yeah, it's coming at him. I don't really let people pet him if they're meeting like random strangers all the time when we're outside when I'm walking him, because he's like an all white dog. He's so beautiful to a lot of people. People will go like, "Oh, can I pet him?" I'm like, probably not the best idea.
Yeah. Somebody say rip the goat. Yeah, that's something that was crazy that happened this weekend. Well, not this weekend. It happened yesterday. When did it happen with the Yu-Gi-Oh creator?
Today.
No, he was found today.
Oh, then I don't know, because I got the news today.
Yeah, I heard about it today. It was like real sad. Wasn't expecting to wake up and see something like that. But
yeah, I don't think anybody was.
Right, since you're like one of the biggest Yu-Gi-Oh fans I know, how did it make you feel knowing that
I
there's
thought
going
it
to
was.
be no more
I thought it
official
wasn't.
Yu-Gi-Oh canon?
Well, no, I mean he hasn't been the one doing it since original Yu-Gi-Oh, but I mean he still has had a hand in stuff. So man, it just bums me out. There goes the creator of one of the largest media franchises ever.
Fact.
Yeah, one of the largest like card games of all time, I believe.
Oh yeah, fact. The dude created I don't even know if he meant to, but he created a franchise. It's beyond the anime, and it's the card game will be transcendent. So You got to give full respect for this guy for it.
His death is very weird in terms of like what happened. I thought he was found in like his apartment, like normal. But RT, you told me something else. Like what happened specifically?
Well, Rack said the same thing. Apparently, he was like snorkeling or going out to snorkel, and he was found dead in the water or on the side of the river or something like that.
Is that not mysterious? Is that not a mysterious death to you?
I don't know who would be out to get him.
Yeah, is there like some kind of conspiracy theory behind this?
I'm sure there is, but I think it's all good because like, I mean, it's all good, but I don't think it's like someone's get out to get him because so many things can go wrong when you're out in sea. Like you can it depends on how strong the currents are in the rivers, or like depends on like if there's sea animals in the rivers. Depends if he did something mechanically wrong in the river or his snorkeling gear was done wrong. There are so many things that could happen. So yeah.
Yeah, you hear stories about people going snorkeling and passing out all the time.
Could have got stung by jellyfish. Probably jellyfish in Japan.
Very possible. I think it is Asian jellyfish. It's very poisonous, actually. Okay, so the Yu-Gi-Oh creator died today. Very sad. We're losing a lot of the OG creators in the manga space, which is kind of sad. Earlier this year, I think it was this year. Was it earlier this year or late last year? Where the Berserk
Earlier this year.
Okay, the Berserk creator died earlier this year, which is really sad.
That was last year.
That was last
Really?
year?
Yeah, it was last year.
Why does it feel like it happened in the beginning of this year?
I don't know.
Kind of get that vibe a little bit.
No, it was last year. The only reason why I remember is because I created right after that, sometime after I created the Dante Takes So Many L's YouTube short. So yeah, it was around that time. It's probably before Magna beat the crap out of him.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty sus. That's pretty sus, bro. To be honest with you.
Me, Dante taking L's or what?
Like the manga creator. No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna try to start some type of shit, but I'm not gonna do it. It's death involved, so I won't do it. Yeah, just real sad news as far as that. Anything else is or are we gonna save the other? No, we're not gonna save the other news. So we have the dude who plays Flash. He's kind of been going crazy lately. Rex, I'm assuming you're a fan of him. How do you feel?
I do not like Ezra Miller. Like he's weird.
Really? I thought he was your cup of tea.
I thought he
No.
was too.
No, he's weird. I don't like him.
He is
What
weird.
was
I did
going-
not know how bad it was.
Did DC fire him?
Yeah, pretty much.
But they can't remake the movie, obviously, because he's in like every scene. So
I saw the news late last night. Shit was sad because bro was a part of my childhood. Kino, you're still a child. And I have amazing memories playing the card game and watching the anime. Right? You playing Yu-Gi-Oh card game? That's surprising.
it's transcend, bro. The Yu-Gi-Oh card game will survive till the end of time.
Most likely. 4K.
Yeah, man. I had
Go
a
ahead.
lot of good memories with Yu-Gi-Oh, man. I grew up playing it, and I remember like when the first episode of the anime premiered. Like I grew up with that shit, and it was definitely just sad to hear about all that. And I never really thought about how big it was nowadays because I kind of fell off once they got into like the 5D and all these crazy things. And Rax is right just about how big the impact was. It was a lot bigger than I realized until I like today on Crunchyroll I was looking and they had a section dedicated to him, and it was like 7 animes that like I had never even seen. There's just a lot of content for Yu-Gi-Oh that I just wasn't familiar with because I was only used to the original like Gen 1 stuff.
Yu-Gi-Oh definitely has a lot of different animes and movies, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, they definitely milk it. I don't know what they plan to do now. I don't know if they're gonna keep on making content. I mean, the only reason why the Berserk situation makes sense is because the manga is not finished, and I'm sure he had thoughts of the ending. Whereas the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, like it's had multiple series already. It's done all that. I don't know if there's any need to make more content in terms of anime or the movie.
I mean, it's $1 billion series. They're most likely going to keep making stuff. They're not going to give
Probably.
up that money.
Gonna
The
milk it.
audio is a bit weird, but it's all right. How y'all been? What's up, Prince? Prince is in the building. Oh boy. Sage said Dante versus Magma top one. I don't know about that. 4 Kids suck, but if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have came to know the majestic of Dan Green. Who was Dan Green? I don't know who Dan Green is.
Dan Green is the guy who voices Yugi and Atem in the dub.
Ah, okay. Didn't Urza kidnap a kid? Where did that come from?
Ezra Miller, yeah, that's one of the things they're trying to get him on. He's
Wait,
like kidnapped kid.
he kidnapped? I didn't hear about that. Jesus.
Yeah. There's grooming stuff involved.
Yeah, I heard
What?
some stuff. I heard some stuff like that as well.
Maybe we should start putting up news articles in here as well, RT. We should write that down.
Ezra.
No, I'm just saying, like in general, when we do the news segments.
Fair enough. Just know this: Ezra Miller is a straight weirdo and psychopath.
I didn't know that. I thought he just came off as misunderstood, but yeah, there's some stuff coming out about him that is just weird, bro. I saw this video of him, like this guy was like kind of like a fan of his, and then he started like, yeah, what if I just punch you in the face right now? I was like, what the heck? Where is this coming from? Bro, it's weird.
He was dead serious too. He's like, the fan was like, wait, what? He's like, is that a yes? Ezra's like, is that a yes? Like, nah. You get impressed by Ezra. Ezra wouldn't do that
punch
to
me,
bro.
So I could get that. I would get that money. I'm gonna sue
about to sue you, bro.
Sue the shit out of you, bitch.
Yes, sir. And I have it on camera. Big bet.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
All right. In other news, we had the Bleach trailer drop this week. How do you guys feel? How do you Bleach fans feel about that?
Okay, cool. The better news in regards to Bleach is Kubo and whoever's with him plans to add more content in the final arc.
But
so they plan to add additional content.
Is that really good? Because
they plan to extend fights and add more fights. So yes.
But we all know how anime and manga fans are, right? So when it comes to arguing what's canon and what's not canon, that is going to start a huge debate, I believe. And I don't think it's going to go well.
The only reason.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, the only reason why I think this is going to be fine is because people have issues with the final arc already.
Right.
So you can't keep on going down the hill. People have been asking for more content. That's been a big thing for the last arc because there's so many things that actually didn't make sense that needs more content. So many characters that did not get a shine. So that it actually is more. It's one of those situations where more content is better for the Bleach final arc.
Okay. I've never watched or read Yu-Gi-Oh, but Master Duel is heat. Bleach trailer was incredible. Damn soundtrack's ass. Was this Bleach soundtrack ass really? Hype for Bleach. I'm gonna be skeptical on the animation. Yes, Period. So Period really has a problem with consistency. They can do some good shit, obviously, but sometimes the consistency, especially in the Black Clover space, has definitely been lacking, and people definitely been noticing. So I'm skeptical about it as well. What else we got in here? Uh, uh, what's up? Somebody said what's up to Kino. What's up, Gino? How you doing tonight? Can't wait for Bleach. If Kubo approved it, it's canon. Okay, I'm not mad at that, bro. Fuck the versus battles and hypocritical. The hypocrites. I'm assuming I want more added to it. I'm not mad at you. Sabo said, Sabo, where are you at? Jesus, why don't you just jump in?
Yes, speaking of adding to the fights, I mean, I haven't seen Bleach, so I can't really say much for Bleach specifically. But I mean, we talked lightly about in the stream before how with Black Clover, once they get through the Spade arc, we kind of wish they would add on to the fights, like letting us see Dorothy and Morris fight, things like that, where you can kind of get some more explanation. And I wouldn't hold it against them as not being canon, as long as like the creators are behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wouldn't hold it either. It's always been more stuff added to Dragon Ball when it came to movies and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
it really just depends on the series and how they do it. Honestly, that's really
yeah,
how,
that's
how it
true.
go. Uh,
I hope with like Black Clover that when they do the anime, they'll extend it and they'll add more stuff in. I'm always down for especially fights and stuff like that. Like when you're talking about adding context with like dialogue is different, but with fights, just being able to add more to them and stuff, is always a good thing in my book.
I think in other news also, uh, it was the
So lovely.
it was the Bleach trailer. What else happened? I was something else that I wanted to talk about.
We got the Solo Leveling trailer. We got the Trigun reboot.
Solo
We
Leveling.
got
I didn't see the Solo Leveling trailer yet, so let me.
it wasn't really a trailer. It was a PV. It wasn't a trailer. It was a PV.
Oh, it was a PV. I don't want to see. I don't care for those.
Trigun reboot. What else was
It was something else I wanted to
dropped?
talk about. I forgot,
What
man.
else? I guarantee. Oh no, that was like some soccer anime that's coming out apparently. There was something else that was anime news
I
that
forgot.
I'm just
Oh,
blanking.
Saitama.
Oh,
Saitama.
being the OP.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of
One Punch Man's getting near
news.
the end.
There's a lot of news about running around about Saitama being able to clap Goku now and stuff like that. Can somebody break this down for me? I don't.
No, it's people being goofy.
Well, no, I mean Rax things, right? I'm not gonna buy Rax's opinion on it personally.
What? He's not beating
But
Goku.
the feat so far does not automatically mean he beats Goku at all. Saitama is always strong, but at the same time, Goku. The thing about this fight that makes it really interesting is the only people who can. There's even Garo for how strong he is now is still not as strong as Saitama, whereas Goku would be probably as strong, if not stronger, and he knows martial arts. So there's much more nuance than people like to believe. But the question of Saitama being OP as fuck is there. Like it's definitive. Like he's crazy strong right now.
What is he doing that's making people go crazy?
Well, he's easily destroying like this moon on Jupiter. So him and Garo were fighting, and their clash was so powerful that they got flown all the way to the moon, Jupiter's moon, and now they're destroying the moon of Jupiter, and just a clash from his punch and Garo's punch would have destroyed the entire Earth. So it's like him and Garo right now are like going crazy. It's one of those fights where it's like beyond like a planet. You need like you need more to kind of contain this fight.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. He's getting better feats, so people are going crazy. I still didn't hear anything that compares to Goku, but okay, I'm not mad at it. Uh, Blue Lock looks fire, bro. I keep hearing about this fucking Blue Lock. I've been hearing about
Oh,
it for
that's
like
a
a year
soccer
and a
one.
half. Yeah, the soccer anime. Um, listen, I am not into fucking sports anime. I will not be checking it out. But to each his fucking own, bro.
I mean that what's good about having a soccer anime is it has worldwide appeal immediately because soccer is the biggest sport in the world.
Right,
So
that's true. Rex, how do
it's
you
good
feel
for
about
them.
Sierra being fired up again?
How about what?
How do you feel about Sierra being fired up again?
Wait, I'm so confused. What is this?
Sierra? You don't know what Sierra is?
Siri? Like the iPhone thing? I'm so confused.
No,
I'm confused, dude. Not gonna lie.
I think it's called Sheer or a Steer or something like that. The whole
What?
fucking particle accelerator being fired up. Everybody keep talking about.
Oh, the Hadron Super Collider. Oh, turn it up. Do some cool shit with it. Let's make some black holes.
Let's not make some black holes. Almost Rax.
No, that'd be cool.
We'll be dead.
You don't know that. You don't know what happens on the other side of a black hole. Did you watch Interstellar? You might time travel.
That's not the point. Oh, yeah. We'll
Yeah.
just all our atoms will be completely condensed into a finite
Who
point.
knows? What if it's like, if you go into a black hole because of how it messes with time and stuff, you go back in time and you're just going to be you, but it's like the 17th century in like in China or something.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
man.
not good for people like me and RT. 17th
Listen,
century in
Yeah.
China, like there's not
That's
really a
hard mode.
place back in time for
Maybe
like
We're
we'll
that's
do
gonna
like
something
go to
different.
Africa. We'll go to Africa.
okay, that'd be fine, I guess.
You're gonna
Nah,
go. Actually,
Cap.
it's
I don't
gonna
want to
go
live in fucking Africa.
Yeah,
5235 Earth.
I mean,
and
hey,
everybody is
I
one
would
gender.
actually go to Africa back in those times, especially if I know the knowledge I know now. You know how much gold and diamonds are in Africa?
Yeah, but I would have to like back then. I would have to do so much work. Oh my god.
Man, you'll have to do so much evil shit.
You know, you become a doctor based off basic medical and like hygiene knowledge,
True.
and bam, you're good.
Someone.
Anyway.
Okay, I have to say someone. See, I'm trying to give respect to Goku, and then you say this: Saitama's trash. Saiyan Saga Goku still claps. That's just cap now.
No, I
That
don't
doesn't even make
think that.
sense to you now.
I don't think that's cap. Actually, that might be fact.
Saiyan Saga Goku.
Saiyan Saga? What is that?
That's like
That's Super Saiyan
beginning.
1.
No, Saiyan Saga is even before that.
Cause Super Saiyan 1 is what
Namek
Namek
Saga.
Namek Saga. Okay, yeah. Saiyan Saga Goku. Saiyan Saga Goku still might clap, bro. Piccolo is still destroying the moon.
Jupiter's moon is bigger.
Jupiter moon is bigger, but Piccolo destroyed it with ease. You know how he just threw a blast at it.
I'm not. We're gonna see the
Bro,
end of. We're
Goku
gonna see
was
the
on.
end of Saitama's
Bro, oh man, I forgot the what is that planet? What is King Kai's planet called? King Kai planet was stupid, and Goku was yeah. Saiyan Saga. I mean, I think it's high def. I don't even know if it's high def actually. Anyway, all right. So let's get into
We're not
the
gonna
tier
talk about
maker.
it.
Right, we got the Black Clover fights right here, bro. We got. It looks like all the anime fights. Do they have the captain
Yeah.
fight on here? I don't think they have the captain.
Oh, I actually didn't even look at that because you gotta have the cat. I don't. They might have not.
I think they have the captain's fight. That's okay. Do they have Dante
They
and
basically have all of them though.
do they have Dante and Yami?
Yeah, Dante.
Yeah, I see Dante and Yami.
Yeah,
Okay. They have pretty much. They have majority of the fights right here, at least.
I don't. They just don't have the filler ones apparently.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that actually. We can just add the captain's fight. We all know where to be. So there you go. S tier all day, baby. All right. So let's jump into wait. Tweak the screen. All right. So we got the news out the way. Rex, Rex, I thought you was a fan of Urza, or whatever his name is.
Ezra Miller? No, I don't think there's anything I've really liked him in.
I don't know why I thought you was a fan of him then.
He's the first one. He's in all of them. He's the weird kid at the orphanage.
Nah, you cap.
Go Google it.
The Fantastic Beasts series is not that good. So
yeah, but I like all the animals.
I mean, yeah, that part is cool, I guess.
Newt's my guy. Like he's cool. I'd hang out with him. I don't want to hang out with Harry Potter.
Damn.
Harry Potter's not that cool of a main character.
I'm not here to defend Harry Potter. That's not my job.
He doesn't even have like a cool main character thing. Whereas like Newt has like knows how to communicate with all these cool magic animals. That's the closest thing. Like how often do you run into snakes?
He has a scar on his forehead.
Okay.
Pretty badass.
Before we start, RT, read some of the chat because I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right. So y'all get to see my live reaction for the very first time here on the stream. Someone says 17th century in Africa. I'm good. I'm not getting sold off. Hey man, you know that these dudes are trying to rile you up. You just got to outmaneuver them. You're smarter. You now is smarter than them back then. Hopefully, so you might be able to. You might be able to have it. All you know fights should be at the bottom. Oh yeah, I restarted my YouTube account, so apparently Nerd's not blocked anymore. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, Nerd, you let me see if you get redemption. Are you gonna say BS all the time? Black Goku said they destroyed a whole section of stars in the sky. Fact. Now yeah, I'll talk about Saitama versus Goku. Interesting. I'm not about to dive into it. I'm gonna wait until the Saitama Garo fight so I can have everything there. Don't worry. Got y'all. I got it. I think one of the interviews they said they've been putting the quality first for the Bleach anime, but I'm gonna still have my expectations low. I mean, the last arc is not as bad as the Naruto last arc, so I think we can agree on that. There's just a lot of like rushed moments, a lot of non drawn out moments, and obviously the ending against Yuha is not good. So if they clean up some of that stuff, dive into a little bit more in terms of lore, completely redo how Yuha loses, they could save this arc. They can save this arc.
Who the fuck is Hoo-Ha?
Hoo-ha, what?
You said if they change how Hoo-Ha loses.
Yuha Bach, the main villain in the final arc of Bleach.
Okay. Anything else in the chat?
Most of them just arguing Saitama versus Goku.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ranking the Black Clover fights. All right. So it looks like we got a lot of fights to get through. So let's just start at the bottom, work our way up. These are all the canon fights too, so I like that part about it. All right. So first off, we got Asta versus Black Pottery. I think this fight was actually pretty dope, and I like the fact that I don't know because I was around, right? I was I reacted to this chapter when it first came out. This was something that I don't that like not too many people saw coming. Nobody was talking about like this, like Black Pottery becoming this dark elf. Some people were saying it. I remember back in the day, Street was saying it, but I remember everybody was surprised about this, and this fight was super hype, and it's still kind of hype even if you go back and read it. It kind of pushes Asta and Yuno to their limits a bit, especially at first, and you can kind of see the fact that Asta and Yuno gradually gets more powerful during the fight. So I like that fight. I think it's a solid B tier. I'll give it a solid B tier. What about you, RT?
All right.
What fight were y'all talking about?
Dark Pottery versus Yuno and Asta.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So if we are we saying C is mid?
I guess so.
Okay. C is mid. There's really is there an F tier fight? We'll if we get there, we'll get there. But my thing is with this fight, I don't really remember a lot of it. The only thing that I remember is they're getting body in the beginning, and then Nozel saves him. It's like it's really just like, oh, he gets evil, he's bodying them, Nozel saves them. I don't have a high value of this fight. It's pretty cool to see Patri good at evil, but all his attacks just turn black for the most part. Let's be real. I
It
think
gets way faster, way more dangerous.
Yeah, he just becomes more powerful and blacker. So, I'm gonna go C tier.
All right, Rax.
Well, that's reasonable.
It's all right. I like the display of counters and their abilities, so I give it a B.
Okay, Gold.
Yeah, I think I'm with Rax a little bit. I'm gonna go with the B on this one. It was cool.
B tier.
Nothing too crazy.
Okay, and what about the chat? Is it a chat? Chat, we need you guys to vote too this time.
And we'll consider using your vote. Don't worry.
Yeah, so chat, y'all make sure y'all do the vote as well, and then after we do the next one, we'll come back and look at your vote. So right now, it's a B tier. Dark Pottery versus Asta, and Yuno B tier. Next fight we have Yuno versus what's her name? What is the witch name? If only we had Jay
Catherine.
here. Catherine, yeah. This fight was actually dope. And also, I liked how it ended with Charmin. Charmin came through and smacked that bitch. But in the anime, it was low key trash. I remember this fight well. It was the first time we saw Yuno get pushed to his limits. Because mind you, before this, Yuno was always just coasting through. Well, no, because he had the Mars fight before. But Yuno was feeling himself before Catherine stepped in. And so I think it's a solid C tier though, if I'm being honest with you.
Nah, let's keep it a bug. The choreography and the flow of this fight is actually better than the Patri fight. It's just the characters in the Patri. The characters in the Patri fight is just more interesting, so that's why the fight is higher. But if we really look at the Catherine versus Yuno fight, let's be honest. Yuno fought Catherine. This is one of his first 1v1s where it, like you said, pushed him to the edge to the point where he lost the fight. He had Bell and everything. He lost the fight. He got blinded. He got a new sense of upbringing of like knowing how to fight with his mana sensing.
My man, you said it had better choreographed than the Patri versus Asta and Yuno
fight. Maybe I'm capping there. But
Catherine doesn't even do anything cool. Like that's
what I'm saying.
That's not the point. That's not the point. I said maybe I'm copying with the choreography, but in terms of like the flow of the fight. The intrigue behind it, like the Patri stuff, he just kind of just did what he did, and then Nozel showed up.
Absolutely.
Whereas this one, Yuno got his power up. Yuno found a sense of self. He losing the fight, he overcame her, and then we even got to cap it off with Charmy showing she's a badass.
I was gonna say Yuno didn't even win.
He won, but Tabata was like, let me add a little.
He got clapped.
Frosting on top. Let me add a little whipped cream on top of the fight, and then
this was literally Yuno's first L. You realize this?
Nah, he won.
No, it was his second L. It was Yuno's second L actually. Rivici was Yuno's first L.
True. You
said all that. You said all that and still didn't give your rank. So where are you?
It's a C tier. They're both C tiers. Y'all capping about this Patri fight. It's not that great.
No, but okay. What's yours, Rex? Rex, did you walk away? I think Rex walked away from his computer. Somebody said it's a B plus. They're talking about the Patri and.
What was the question?
How do you feel about the Catherine and Yuno fight?
It's like a C. Like the only cool thing is that we get a little bit of mana sensing in depth. Was it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And the charming punch at the end. Go. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with C too. There's not a whole lot going on. The cool part is seeing Bell use that spell that Yuno's never used again afterwards. Actually, no, that was that fight. But yeah, nothing too crazy about it.
B plus
C tier.
So I'm assuming that's for the Asta fight. B plus D tier. D tier. Damn. C tier. Asta's mom died like a bum, and yet Yuno's superior mom survived the triad. Stop.
I respect the agenda. I respect it.
I respect the agenda as well. Okay, this is Yami versus Patri in the dungeon. Okay, this is an S tier fight in my opinion. This fight was fire as fuck. The anime made it look excellent as well. It was the first time we saw Yami really show off what he can do. First time we saw Patri really show off what he can do. It was the first time we got like a light speed feat in Black Clover is in this fight. It was so much going on, and I think this is like one of Black Clover's first like really premiere fights. So this is the fight you read up to and think like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep reading this. RT?
Okay. All right. So I'm with you in terms of like choreography, spectacular. In terms of what it meant for the story, spectacular. In terms of the interactions between Patri and Yami, spectacular. One thing I don't agree with you is that the anime and the animation was not spectacular. It was cool. It was cool for what it was.
Fire, bro.
And the animation was not spectacular by any means.
You gotta go back and rewatch it.
I remember it. There are moments where it's like, what the freak?
I'm not gonna lie. It did, like that's what I mean by the periodic consistency. Because you're right. It was a moment where it was like, okay, but then there was moments where it was like, okay, this is cool. But I watched it on Blu-ray. I got the Blu-ray disc, and it's
that's cheating. So yeah,
which fight?
Yami versus Patri
in the dungeon.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I love Yami versus Patri.
So my thing is, maybe if I had Blu-ray, I would rate it higher, but not. It's everything that's great about it, but this is an anime fight, so I need good animation too if you want to be S tier. So I'm gonna rate it A tier. It just does not have the animation and the. Did they have like a fire music soundtrack in the background, or was it like kind of it was there?
you don't remember watching it, bro. Go back.
I don't
and
even
rewatch
remember
it.
the music track. That's how you could tell is like
Go back
the
and
production
rewatch
wasn't
it,
there.
man.
It's still not. It doesn't hold up, bro.
It does.
It's A
It
tier.
definitely holds
Nah,
up. I don't know what this man talking about.
For like S
But
tier
Yami,
fights in anime, nah.
yeah, I thought this was one of the better fights. It's definitely at least an A. I'm debating putting it in S tier. Yeah, I'll stick with the A for now. I think I'm only gonna have maybe probably one
It was
in the S
Yami
tier.
versus Lich back then. So.
We should file.
I can think of 2 S tier fights right off the bat, and this one is not one of them.
You're tripping.
Yeah, and
Rax, what about you? Okay, go. What did you? I got the sound also.
You can even see some of the thumbnails where the art is slightly off in some of the scenes. It's like the animation is just not up to par with the choreography.
A little bit. You're not wrong. But like it seems like this right here, where it's just like, okay, this is fire.
Yeah, that's what makes it A tier. It's almost like S tier is like goated, almost like basically perfection. It's just not there. It's not there.
You know what? You kind of convinced me. You kind of convinced me.
It's really good though.
Yeah, it is really good. I'm not night and day. It's A tier is still really good, but just didn't have it.
Okay, A tier for A.
Yeah, A tier is solid. A very respectable A tier. A plus if I could give it.
Right.
Facts.
Rex is back yet?
Nah, he's still muted.
Chat, what do you guys think?
Some are saying S tier. Someone said every Yami fights S tier. So like, all right,
chill out.
Yami's got some of the more consistent S tiers.
Yeah, honestly. It was cool for like early days Black Clover when Period didn't care. Yeah, I can agree with that. Word on the street, Mars clapped Nozel, facts or cap.
What part?
Wait,
if we're talking about now, we don't know anything about Mars.
Yeah, no. With the feats that Mars have right now, no. Like when we get better feats for Mars, possibly. I believe it could definitely be possible.
If Mars ever returns.
Right. How do you feel about Pachi versus Yami in the dungeon?
I like that one. I give it an A.
Okay, perfect. Everybody give it an A. All right, so now we have Fauna. This was the Fauna versus Vanessa, Noelle, and Asta. Yeah. So this is actually when Noelle first bent the Sea Dragon Roar and all that good stuff. This fight was actually pretty dope. I don't think it was like something. It's not very that memorable. It's not something a fight. It's not a fight everybody talks about all the time. Like the best feat in this whole fight is probably the Sea Dragon Roar taking out the Salamander and Mars tanking like the Salamander's breath to the face. I think it's like the best feat. So I'll probably give it a C tier. Honestly, it's pretty mid, especially in anime. What about you, RT?
C is crazy. I did not expect you to say C tier. I agree that it wasn't one of the greater fights. I definitely think this is a fight that was not meant to be like a crazy choreographed fight.
Right.
I think it's definitely one of those fights that was meant to kind of be like a benchmark to see how strong Noelle's has become and the Black Bulls has become. And more importantly, it was emotional because Mars was there.
Right.
So, but the fight definitely had a lot of moments. I mean, it had a lot of moments that still stand up to this day in terms of feats and whatnot. The Salamander.
Talk about it.
Best showing was in this fight. The Salamander has not been as impressive since
this fight.
That fight.
That's facts.
I'm gonna go B tier because even the choreography between Asta, Finral, and Vanessa, and Noel was still there. Like they had a lot of like good team
They did have a good team matchup.
moments.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go B tier.
This is when Black Clover. I'm pretty sure all the fights were pretty much based on team aspects.
Yeah,
At this
when
point
Asa
in time.
didn't carry everybody.
Yeah, facts. Facts. All right, Rax, what about you? You still here?
Yeah. Hang on a second. Sorry, I got distracted. Which was the fight? Was this?
Remember the fight between Vanessa and
Oh,
Noel?
the big Fauna matchup. I mean, that was kind of cool. I mean, they're just kind of like fighting a big boss character.
Right.
I don't know. I give it maybe like a B, like a high C, low B.
Okay. Gold. Oh, actually, when he come back. All right, moving on for now. We'll see what the chat says in a minute. All right, so next one is uh, which one is this one? Oh, this is Vonica versus Noel, Lola Pachica, Noel and Lola Pachica, and Nero. So this fight in the manga was pretty hype. Also in the anime it was actually pretty hype. But I think more people was just trying to get back to Dante and Yami at the time, so this fight didn't get as much love. But we got a lot of Noel love in this fight, and this is actually one of the fights I was looking forward to the most during the time. It was I liked it. I liked the choreograph. I liked everything. I liked the moments in it. It was a solid A tier fight for me. It just probably A minus if I'm being honest with you. It just doesn't scratch that S tier for me at all. Maybe even a B. But
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because from what I remember, I'm thinking B personally. I just don't think. I think it was one of those very simple fights. There's nothing. It just kind of a like brawler versus brawler with Noel's kind of running away, brawling with Vonica, and Vonica's chasing her and all that stuff until the time was right, and then Nero showed up. So it was like, it was entertaining for sure, very entertaining. The moments was there, a Nero moment, Lord Pachica moment, when the fight was done and Noel got back up moment, of course. But yeah, I don't think the choreography was really that amazing. I'll put it B tier personally.
Rex?
I'd probably give it like a B. I mean, the only thing about it I thought was really cool is I like the red beast, just because it was cool seeing it used.
Yeah, we saw Red Beast used for the first time. We saw um what was the other move
What was
before
that last
Nero?
fight you guys rated?
The last fight was Fauna
Monica or
versus
something? I heard.
the Black Bulls, pretty much.
When she gets blown in half.
Yeah, when Noel hit her with the Sea Dragon Roar.
Uh, I feel like that one was a lot more talking. If I can't remember right, um, uh, just in my mind, it feels like there was a lot more dialogue than a ton of great fighting. So I'm gonna go C for that one.
And how do you feel about? It doesn't change it actually. How do you feel about Noel versus Vonica?
Oh yeah, this is the one I heard y'all talking about. Noel versus Monica. Which fight are we talking about?
The first time they
The
fought
one.
when in the Heart Kingdom.
Okay. And that's what the one where Nero joined in and they still got wiped.
Yeah.
I give that one a B. It's right a little under where I would imagine the Yami and Patri fight. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the B.
All right. So in the chat we got Charming and Toriko would be Charming and Toriko World would be scale above Lucifaro. I don't think so. Charming would get crushed in the Toriko World. Patri versus Yami versus Patri is S tier indeed. Asta versus Patri anime version was good. I agree. It was cool for like okay, I read that. B tier, A tier, C tier, B tier, D tier, S tier, B, A tier. Just everybody's all over the place. Okay. I'm not mad at everybody's votes though. Alright, so next fight we have Randall versus Flagolion. This is when
Was this
Flagolion first woke up.
was this Randall Oh yeah, it is Randall. You're right.
Randall versus Fuegoleon. I think
And
Randall was actually
Leopold.
the most impressive person in this fight, in my opinion. Especially when he was fighting earlier. This is the first time we seen that magic. So I remember I was real hyped for it. And I'm actually not one of those people who was hyped to see Fuegoleon get the salamander. I actually was pretty bummed out about it because I wanted somebody else to get it. But I mean, it worked. A lot of other people was hyped up about it. I'll give it a solid B tier. If I mean, honestly, it was too short to give it a B tier. I'll give it a C tier actually. But that's just me.
I think you're
I
being
know.
way too generous.
I was thinking about going with the B, but then I was like, I gave Vonica and Noella B, so I was like, I think I gotta switch that up
That
myself.
fight was more
I
interesting
think,
than this one, actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
y'all are
That's what I'm
being
saying.
way
I didn't
too
want I didn't want to
generous.
give the same thing to Randall and them versus
Gotcha.
Vonica and Noelle, so I got to go with the C for Randall and Goleon.
Y'all way too generous. I repeat that 3 times, bro. Like this fight, first it was Randall beating on Leopold, and then we got the fake Leopold was about to surpass his limit moment. Then Fuegoleon shows up and then beats the crap out of Randall. Literally, it goes from point A to point B to point C. This is a D tier fight. It ain't crazy. Nothing crazy about this fight. Nothing memorable about this fight. The only thing that's memorable about it is the fact that Randall knows martial arts. That's it.
That was
But
the best part about it.
yeah, this is D tier, bro. There's really nothing that stands out other than Fuegoleon returning, but that's not part of the fight. He just he returns.
Yeah, I agree. Rex. Rex is busy tonight, man.
Rex is
What'd you
doing
end up
some
giving it,
crazy
RT?
stuff. I said D tier.
D
I agree with her
tier.
too. But it still makes
Yeah.
D tier isn't bad.
I was about to
Oh
say,
yeah,
where
sorry,
does it?
my
You have.
I was gonna
Go
say
ahead,
sorry.
Rex.
Yeah, my girl's mom came to visit, so I'm
Oh man.
multitasking.
Well, do you have somewhere where I could see what you've placed them as, so that I know it'll be easier so I can compare it to other things like where I want to place stuff? Like, do you have the tier maker up on like on the
It's
YouTube
on the
stream?
stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's on the
it's on the
stream.
stream.
Okay, yeah, I'll pull it up on there.
I had to slide up a little bit, my bad. All right,
You-
so yeah, I think it's a solid D tier. Let me see if the chat has anything to say. Randall deserves C tier, and Randall deserves more screen time. I think yeah, he definitely does deserve more screen time.
Well, I
Uh,
think he definitely deserves more screen time, but the reason that I would put it in C tier more is I think it had some of the other aspects besides the fighting of that fight were pretty solid, like the stuff with Leopold and like the determination and all that stuff, like Leo about to surpass his limits. I think that like on an emotional impact, it did pretty good.
I mean, it wasn't even that emotional of a moment. Like he said, he was going to surpass the limits and didn't do anything with it. At least
Right, but
with
then
like
we got
the
the return of Fugolion coming out of a coma, that kind of
talking about
stuff. You know
fucking
what I
up a
mean?
wet dream.
It's not based off of solely Leo. I'm saying the whole thing together worked well, and that's why I put that plus decent fighting. It was cool to see how Randall used his abilities, which are a little different than most people. So the combination of those things together would be either I'll put it at a C still, but I wouldn't be surprised for D.
I think it's just way too short, honestly. If it was a longer fight with more moments, it probably would have a better rating for
yeah
me. But it was just a little too short, honestly.
yeah
Yeah, I think that's probably his biggest negative.
yeah. I
Actually,
mean, Tabata. This is what he was thinking. He's like, okay, I need a way to make Leopold look trashed and to show how strong Fuegoleon became. And then Randall showed up. There you go. GG's.
All right, so somebody said Randall is a B tier, C tier. Randall deserves more screen time. D tier, D tier. I'm not mad at none of those. All right, so now we got Merliona versus the Five Elves. Now, this was probably, and especially in the beginning of Black Clover, one of the most hype moments in all of series. This is when Merliona first showed her true fucking colors. I love this fight. As a matter of fact, my first ever Black Clover YouTube video was a 35-minute rant about me ranting on how powerful Merliona is. And so, with that being said, I'm definitely giving this moment an S tier, not changing my mind. It was dope as hell. It was a berserker's wet dream, is what it was.
That's when
And I love
she passed
berserker
out standing
moments.
up, right?
I'm talking about that's when she passed out standing up. Everything was in this fight. If you love berserk fights, if you love meathead fighting, this is your fight all day.
That's a good. That's a good pitch. That's a good pitch. That's a nice pitch. I do think I think you're onto something here because even though it wasn't really a back and forth per se, it was more like her surviving against 5 OP opponents. It was still like amazing to see how like we saw her dominate Raya, and then the cards got completely stacked against her, and then her tenacity just keep on pushing and pushing, especially since you know the context. She was weakened, she still goes. She has more people like dampening her power, she still goes. She has an elemental disadvantage, she still goes. And then even the moment with Asta and Zoro eventually showing up,
Right.
using their using their tactic to fend off the 5 elves was great too. Okay. so someone said in the chat, Mereoda versus elves was low key ass in the end.
Yeah, in the anime. Nah, I mean it wasn't actually. That's cap. It was actually pretty dope in the anime.
Okay.
Right. Well,
I'm gonna.
that was the first time we saw Purgatory too, right?
Yep.
Yes, maybe. Probably.
Yeah, that's definitely the first time she used Purgatory.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
That was pretty hype.
Josuke, even though I know what you said about the S tier, I'm gonna have to go A tier because I just don't think it has the fighting choreography that it has the moments with Mereoda persisting, but it wasn't really like a back and forth. It was just her kind of surviving and then them escaping. So I'm gonna have to get A tier. Top of A tier, best A tier fight. A tier.
I'm sticking with
First
my
Yeah.
That wasn't enough. That wasn't enough for me to drop it to an S.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stick with A tier, I think, as well. I think that I got the couple that I want to use for S tier in my mind, and this is like right there with the Yami and Patry fight. It was definitely super hype in general, and it was kind of like a coming out party for Mario, and I definitely dig that. But yeah, no, A tier is super fucking respectable, and you know I'm only gonna have 2 or 3 S tiers, I think, in the end. So A tier's definitely solid.
Sabo's here.
Shit.
What up, Sabo?
What's good with y'all guys, man?
In the middle of a
Frank
stream.
and Black Clover fight.
Someone said in the chat, well, Semi said, "What's up, Josuke?"
Man, fuck Simmons. Simmons ain't told me the date. He ain't invited me yet. He keep texting me. Man.
I'm saying, bro, one day I dropped the Simeon screen. I was like, bro, let me join, bro. This man, bro, he took like an hour and a half before he saw me, but I was already gone, bro.
How you gonna invite a nigga and don't even want me to pull up? That shit crazy.
Man, don't do
someone
Simeon
also
like that.
said,
make sure y'all go subscribe to Simeon, Simeon LaFlame, bro. He got his little podcast going. Make sure y'all go check that out. He right there in the chat. Hold
Not
on.
his little podcast.
Not, dude, don't do that. Don't do that, Sabo. Don't do that. I didn't mean it like that. Simeon got his podcast going. You know what I'm saying? He doing it consistently. It's good. They talk anime. They talk Bleach. They talk everything pretty much. Make sure y'all go check them out, my boy Simeon.
Yeah, man, just send me the invite, man. So I won't have to slander y'all no more, man. For real.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna get on there too. So we're gonna be on there. Meliona versus the elves. Damn, I can't fucking. Where's my shit at? Can't fucking find my lighter. Meliona versus the elves was low key. Okay, RT already read that. Sabo, Meliona, #1 fan. Yeah, Sabo, how do you feel about Meliona versus the elves? Maybe you can help me keep this in the S tier.
What you mean? Are you talking about the fight in general? Oh, that's dope. That's definitely a S tier. What the fuck y'all got going on?
definitely S.
The fact that she wanted to sacrifice herself just so she didn't want to lose. Come on, man.
The moments are there, bro. But I'm talking. I have like a higher standard for anime fights, bro.
Okay, what you got in S tier so far? Let me get a gauge of what going on.
Nothing's in S tier.
All right, then. Okay, all right. I'm gonna hold you to that now.
All right, so Sabo S tier, me S tier. Rax, so you're the deciding vote. Does it go in A? Does it go in S?
2 A's, 2 S's. Okay.
Well, we'll wait for Rex to come back. He has some stuff going on. We got to be understanding. Wait, what did the chat say? The chat says
Someone said SSS tier. Someone
SSS
else said
tier, highest
SSF
scale
tier.
Black Clover volume. Is the highest sold Black Clover volume. That should give it something, RT. Come on.
Everything.
Nah, bro,
That
it's
should
not
give it
giving it
something, bro. That should give it something.
You gotta realize, Leona has a simp army, so I'm not surprised by this. I can't give you boost when you're just like the simp magnet. It is what it is. It is what
Shut
it
up.
is.
All right, when Rax come back, he'll be the deciding vote. Next on the list, we got
What's the matchup?
Merleona versus the Five Elves. Is it S tier or A tier, Rax? What are you giving it? You're the deciding vote.
A tier.
Yes,
Fuck you!
sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, come on, Rax.
Let's get
I
it.
mean, if you said maybe just Raya, but it's like against all the elves, it was like they were just throwing stuff at her.
That's
But
what
like
I'm
she was
saying.
moving around. They weren't even moving around as much as Raya was, but like beforehand.
All right.
Oh,
I'm
so
not
you,
mad at that.
so you scaling it down on behalf of the elves, not because of what Marileona did.
No, I mean like it's like the half. I mean, I guess it's 5 out of 6 people involved or whatever. Most of like they didn't even really do anything. They just stood there. Like they weren't even moving around in the fight.
Okay, I take that.
Okay, what's the next one we got?
All right, the next fight is hold on. What is this?
Ghosh and Asta versus Mudman.
Yeah, this fight was pretty ass. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't. This fight is very forgettable. I mean, Ghost had some moments in this fight. If you're a Ghost fan, this is actually a pretty dope moment for you. But for me, nah, it didn't wet my whistle. So I'll give this a solid D tier. RT, where you going?
I agree, bro. Like just because you have like 1 or 2 moments doesn't make this. It ain't doing nothing. Ghosh had a moment. That's it.
Yeah,
D tier.
I think D tier is fair. We saw a couple cool abilities. That was really about it.
Okay.
D tier.
Oh man, we're about to enter into a top one very soon. But
Rex, where you at with this one? Or Saba, where you at with this one? Do you remember this fight, Saba?
that's 3 Ds already.
Hey, say it again. I'm preoccupied. What you say? Who the fight is?
The fight with Gauss versus Mud versus the Mud Dude.
I don't remember that fight off the top of my head, so I'm gonna give it. What y'all gave it so far?
Don't even worry about it, bro.
D tier, bottom tier, basically.
Yeah, I was about to say that C or D. I don't remember that fight too much.
Yeah, that's all. It's probably gonna end up there anyhow.
Yeah.
All right, not mad at this fight. So now we have the round we have the round between Zora, Mimosa, and Asta versus Magma and Soul. This fight was actually
And Kirsch.
Kirsch. This fight was actually pretty interesting. I remember when it first came out, I was actually intrigued by Kirsch's powers. That was it. I liked how Soul and Asta worked. I mean, Soul and Magma worked together with their powers, and I thought that was pretty cool. Other than that, this fight was pretty much of a yawner for me. So I'll give it a solid C tier. I definitely don't think it deserves a D, but yeah, I'm gonna stick with a C. What about you?
I agree. There's some very interesting moments here in this fight, but it never really felt like a fight. It felt more like character development. That's what it felt like. It felt like character development. Kirsch got his character development. Zora got his character development, and then all Magda got his character development. So I'll go C tier. There's really no interesting back and forth here in this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably rock for the C too. I thought it was interesting. I think RT hit it on with the character development, which was what made that fight a little bit more solid. And yeah, seeing Kirsch's abilities for the first time, like at that point, we hadn't seen too many of the other like outskirts royals. So yeah, it was cool, but nothing too crazy. I'm gonna go with the C.
All right.
Yeah, you can go ahead. You can go ahead and keep that C moving.
All right. 4 C's. It's locked. It's locked.
All right, man.
Even though they're all B's around here, I usually don't say C. You know what I'm saying? Straight blood. Gang, gang.
Okay.
Interesting.
Are you
Ooh, talk
gang
about this
members?
next fight real quick. Talk about this
Okay.
next fight.
All right, so we're giving them a D tier. I'm not mad at that. All right.
See.
Oh, okay, I said D tier. You go. All right, this is definitely S tier fight. Asta versus Asta. Asta Mag. What? Who was in this fight? What am I talking about? Asta
Finro Vanessa.
Finner of Vanessa versus Veto in the anime and the manga. All S's all around. Too many moments. Too much dope shit going on.
Yeah,
I have
S-tier.
this phone down. I have this fight downloaded on my phone for like the last 4 years, and I watch it almost every 2 weeks. So S tier for me. S tier for Rex. What are you doing,
Yeah.
RC?
I mean, you hit it. This is an S tier fight. Although I did make it a point of emphasis, say like it needs like stellar animation. This one, the choreography with Asa, Vanessa, and Finral is so top tier. It's arguably one of the best choreographed fights in terms of teamwork you'll see. Period in shonen. So animation doesn't even have to be top tier for this to be an amazing fight. Like, this is S tier by far for sure.
Yeah, it's absolutely S tier. This is one of like the first big moments in Black tier that I was like, yo, stuff like that is what makes the fights unique at times, and the differences between the magic, how they can kind of collectively work together to overcome somebody stronger than them by leaps and bounds, different things like that. Plus, we got to see like even like the ending with like how Veto actually ends up getting killed. With like Yami doing the dimension slash and shit like that was super sick. The whole temple arc was like a real standout moment for well, the tail end of the temple arc was real standout, and the fight with Finral, Asta, and Vanessa, the choreography, all of that was awesome. Especially like Finral and Vanessa kind of overcoming their individual problems and getting into inspired by Asta, shit like that. It was just awesome. Yeah, it's definitely S tier.
Got it.
Sabo, you have anything to say about this fight?
Better say
Definitely S tier. Anything, if anybody, I probably don't remember, but Veto was my favorite motherfucking villain for all fucking anything I was reading till up to that point. He was my favorite villain. So all his fights were A and above for me.
Okay, didn't know you had that.
I mean, he may not be wrong, so we'll see.
All right, S tier for Veto. I'm sorry, I'm over here drawing and shit like that. That's why I was distracted.
Easy S.
I'm sorry.
And wasn't that the first time we actually like kind of saw that there was something darker kind of hinted at with the elves? You know, when he opened the third eye and like they were talking about like the ominous
Yeah, that's when
auras.
wasn't that the first time we got like in like the like they whole trio of their emotions was brought into play. Like he was like what despair. Wasn't like the first time it was like actually like forefront.
Yeah, he was the first fight period in terms of the whatever they're called.
It was also good foreshadowing that there was kind of something darker underneath everything going on.
Yeah, because he was my despair, and what's going crazy.
Yup.
Where's the chat saying, RT?
They all know what's up. No, they don't know what's up. No. Yeah. Like I said, just like what the chat's saying, this is one of the best teamwork.
What says Z tier?
Well, he was talking about freaking Magda versus the Ghost versus the Mudman.
Yeah, I know he can't be talking about that. I don't give
Yeah.
All right, so Noelle versus Fauna. I remember I liked this fight a lot. It had me hyped, but it's not long. It's only a couple seconds. It's only a couple flashes. It's honestly just to like add time for the elf art, so it wasn't go too fast. But it was one of the first times we saw Noelle in a one-on-one fight, pretty much until Jack joined. But yeah, I think it was pretty solid fight. I'll give it a B tier.
You are generous.
Nah, they did a good job with the anime with this. I remember this shit was posted all over Twitter when it first came out.
Nothing happened. Nobody lost. Nothing happened. She couldn't kill him.
It was just a show of Noelle, honestly. Just a show of her. It was the first time. Well, not the first time. It was Cause we saw her fight in the Valkyrie dress, but like I don't know, it was just the first time we saw her fight with her lance in the Valkyrie dress for like with against another person besides like Latoli. Cause her and Latoli had like a little scruffle, but it wasn't like this because she was actually flying around and all this good shit. I don't know. It was just bad. I think this fight is actually better than her and Latoli in a sense. Well, yeah, I give it a D tier, bro. What are you giving it?
Nah. Generous. This man is generous. This is a D tier fight. Nothing happened. They're just two cool characters. Noel's cool. Fauna's cool. That's it. Fire, water is cool. That's it. No one won. Nothing crazy happened. It's not like we got new techniques. Fauna can't die. Noel hit her with strong attacks. No one won. A D tier fight.
Okay. Gold. Sabo.
I'm gonna probably go with a C tier. It was okay. Nothing really stands out too much about it for me. I think the thing that goes the best in its favor is kind of what RT said. They're just two characters that I enjoy and some abilities that I like. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the C.
What about you, Sabo? If you're here.
I'm torn between C and B, but I don't know. I just like the characters. I like Fauna most out of girls. I think Black Clover is like Fauna up there, Mimosa up there. So I don't know. I'm really biased for that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you. Like I said, they're just cool. They're cool characters.
All right, what you ranking in that though?
I told you I'm stuck between C or B, so I'll just go with C.
Okay, Rex, you got any opinions about this fight?
What'd you end up giving it, Josuke?
I gave it a B.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a B too.
Yeah. Okay.
It's,
So I guess it
generous,
ends up in C. Okay, so now we got Langris versus Yami and Notch. I mean Yami and Jack. This fight was dope as fuck in the manga. I remember this. Everybody was hyped watching this fight, and we got a lot of fucking feats from this fight. We was able to scale Yami a lot more after this fight. I think it was dope. This is Elf Langris, by the way.
Hey, wait. I'm sorry, Joseph. Was this the same fight? Well, Fauna Tatas was at.
Yeah, you're talking about the
Oh yeah,
fight.
this is definitely a B. I'm tripping.
Oh, interesting.
I forgot this. When she got half of her body torn off.
Yes.
No, yeah, that's a B. That was fire. That was a B. That's fire.
Okay.
My bad.
So it actually goes up to a B.
My bad, man.
Y'all are
my bad, bro. My bad. No, bro, that shit was fire, bro. Man,
Hey.
Bro, that's basically watching a
bro in the anime, bro. When her body regenerated, he had fire nipples, bro. Come on, bro. That shit was fire.
I know the moment.
Anyway, bro, Jack versus Yami was fire. I remember this fight like cold heartedly. Everybody was talking about it when it first dropped in the anime. I mean the manga. Mind you, I was around back then, so that shit was like it was heat everywhere. We got a lot of feats. This is the first time we saw that Langris magic wasn't invincible. Jack sliced it in half. Yami sliced it in half. There's a lot of good moments in this fight. It's a little short, so I don't think it deserves like an A. I'm probably sticking in B as well.
I was about to say Jack and Yami are like thinking back on it, like the only two people that could have done that against Langris at that time.
Yeah,
like going against Elf Langris, anybody else would
team up fight.
Yeah, I turned my camera on. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean the only reason why they survived was because of Finral. At the end of the day, Finral was the key piece in this fight. So yeah, this had stuff. This had choreography. You had Jack, Yami moving. We had Finral teaming up with the captains. You had the emotional moment with Finral and Langris at the end of the fight. You had great feats with the Jack and Yami cutting spatial magic. It did everything you wanted. It just wasn't. It didn't have anything that put it over the top. So I'm gonna go A tier. But it did everything. It did everything it was supposed to do.
You gonna go A tier?
Yeah. I was surprised. I'm gonna land in B. I was thinking that thing that would have put it over the top would have pushed it into A tier, but it was really good. I like pretty much everything you guys said about it. It was important, and it did a lot to show us more about the captain and stuff too. Like I said, I think it was a perfect matchup because anybody else would have gotten wrecked by elf langers at that point. So I'm gonna put it in B. It was just missing that like something special to put it into A
Rex, what
tier.
did you give it to? What did you give it, Rex? Rex, Sabo, anybody? I think it's gonna end up in the B tier anyhow.
Well, who voted B tier? You voted B tier?
I did.
I voted V. Go voted V. You voted A, right?
I voted A tier.
Yeah, until Sabo and Rex come back.
Bro, my shit was muted. I don't sit here trying to. Yeah, but I give it a B.
Hey, fat boy.
Yeah, I give it a B. But what I was about to say. I was about to say I like the feet. Hey, you want to talk about fat now? You want to stand up real quick, boy? We both can stand up real quick now. You want to do that?
Fat boy. Hey, it's got a fat boy on the screen.
Tank top master, don't do that to me, man.
Hey, we got everybody.
Bro, y'all gotta understand. I'm used to seeing Sabo being 102 pounds at max, nigga. Now this nigga I got a little weight on him. I call him fat boy.
This man just described the crackhead, and he really think I'm about to let that slide.
Bro, come on, bro. That's how much you weighed back then. All right, man. Noel versus Latoli. This was actually a really good fight. Again, I hold it in high standards, the same as like with Fauna. But this fight.
Hold on. Just okay, hold on. Please, I'm sorry. But my step brother just commented in the chat, and I want him to just send a picture to my my lovely future wife, Gino. You know what I'm saying? If you could do that for me. Hey man, don't y'all. Hey, I know y'all ain't know my future family, but just calm down, relax. You know what I'm saying?
The future family of the girl that you have never seen before.
Hey man, love is a touchy subject. We just move on.
Interesting. Gotcha.
That is funny. Gino in the chat though, man. What's up, Gino?
Bro, we still have like so many fights left.
Let's get through these.
Pick up the pace.
Yeah, I apologize.
Noel versus Latoli. I love this fight. She had the moment with her family. It was so much shit going on. This was Noel really her first big fight, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Especially as far as one-on-ones. The anime did it justice as well. It had everything. The moments, the hype, the fucking background music, everything. I give it an S tier all day. All day.
Didn't you say Fauna and Noel was better?
No, in the aspect of actually like fighting, like choreograph and stuff like that. They did a lot more than that in that aspect.
I get what you mean. Gotcha.
Especially in the anime version.
I'm gonna go A tier personally.
That's fucking whack. That's whack, bro. Because
I'll put it top of A.
You tried to give the moment with Cather and A. Like
no, what? I didn't. I try to give it a C. No, I gave it a C. I said it was better than the Pottery one though.
Oh yeah, that's what you said. That was disrespectful.
Nah.
But I feel like this was a moment. This was going S tier all day. Like this is some bullshit.
No,
this is some bullshit. This is literally Noel's first moment.
Okay. Yuno's first moment is not gonna get S tier either. The thing is just Latoli's not good enough.
That's why it is.
Latoli has one of the most broken magics. When you break down her magic, the way it works, she has one of the most broken magics in Black Clover.
But my thing is like the once Noel transformed, she kind of just bodied Latoli. It wasn't really much of anything the moment she transformed.
No, that's not true. Because remember when she transformed, she couldn't even control the water on her body. It wasn't until she filled the castle up with water when she bodied Latoli. Because remember she was having trouble. She was having trouble standing Valkyrie form because Latoli magic is pretty much the like precog. It's pretty much precog, not precog. It's like pretty much what is Xenon's magic called again? Absolute space. It's pretty much
domination.
Yeah, it's pretty much spatial domination, but like in a minor way. You know what I mean? That's exactly how it works. It was disrupting her magic all over her body until she filled the water up.
No,
Even in this
so
picture, it shows you that. In the picture they have with her, it shows you that.
no, so she turned Valkyrie after the water filled up scene. So the water filled up scene happened before with Nozel, and then after that scene, Latoli came back, stabbed Nozel, and Noelle realized that she had to do it by herself, and then she went Valkyrie and bodied Latoli.
I thought it was the other way around.
No, the Valkyrie came after. And like I said, the moment she turned Valkyrie, it's just Latoli's did not challenge Noelle enough.
But even in Valkyrie form, she challenged Noelle.
Not really. Like
Yes,
Noelle
really.
dodged all.
Noelle couldn't.
No, she dodged all her
Bro,
attacks, went right into her face and bodied her.
In the picture we're literally using, it shows you Noelle's Valkyrie dress literally deforming off of her.
No, so the moment Noelle's spear touched Latoli's compass, she actually took control of Latoli's magic.
I remember that.
And then she bodied her right after.
But she couldn't control this. Look at the picture.
I remember this scene. I'm just saying, my thing is the reason why it's not S tier is because Latoli just didn't challenge her enough. Like
that's crazy. She almost killed
Beto put Asta. No, she's not almost killed Noelle. She almost killed Noelle.
She almost killed the whole family.
No, not Noelle. She wasn't part of the family.
She did almost kill Noelle.
No, she did almost kill Noelle and Solid and Ebra. I'm gonna go A tier, bro.
That's bullshit.
It's
if
top
this was
tier.
This is why I'm mad, because if this was it'll be an S tier. Okay.
No, what?
Yes.
No, bro. I have no
Sabo,
fight.
Sabo,
no
Rex, what do you
fight
think?
that's S tier.
You might be right.
I give it A.
You said this the compass lady?
Yeah.
I'll give it a good B. She say it up, brother.
See, yo, he went lower than me. He went lower than me, bro.
What you had said, RT?
I mean, I said A. Josuke was coming at me when I said A.
This is some bullshit.
What Josuke said C? I mean, S probably didn't know.
Yeah, he said S.
I mean, look who it is, bro. Like, you, come on.
This is some bullshit.
I mean, she like nothing special happened. I like the compass chick magic, but yes.
Versus Noelle is an S tier. Great animation, great adaptation. Thank you.
I don't see it, but maybe I'm just a hater. Okay.
I like Noelle for what she is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm honestly
I like Noelle.
A or B.
I like Noelle. I ain't a Noelle hater. I'm just saying I might be a hater of this scene.
Josuke, did you delete that message?
Yes. That was very random, and I don't think he
was funny.
I'm gonna probably rock with an A. I could have put it maybe in B though, but A. I'm gonna stick with A.
All right.
I enjoy the emotional aspect of it for like Noelle and her character on top of like the power up and things like that.
I just don't think he would have.
Yeah, no, it was a good
message.
Guess it goes in A, bro.
I mean, yeah, she did have a cool power up scene in the animation. Everybody was talking about for a while.
It's more about the scene is more about her relationship with Nozel and how he apologized after and everything.
No, that was a good scene. That's why it propelled so high in A, because the fight itself wasn't that crazy.
Yeah, I said that though. I might be right.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got Elf Charlotte versus Yami. This fight was pretty dope for what it was. I remember the animation adaptation was terrible, so I got to give this one a C. But it was dope for what it was. I mean, it wasn't that. It was short as hell. Wasn't that much going on. Yeah. And I also think they cheated Yami because that Dark Dimension Slash should have killed this bitch. But go off.
I'll go C. I guess it was just kind of a back and forth and him trying to redeem Charlotte. I'll go C too. I ain't impressed. C or B. Not a big deal for me.
I say another B too, cause I just like the what Tabata did there, making Charlotte fight him. Cause I bet deep down inside she rolling over in that bitch.
Girl.
Okay, go. Rex, you here?
Yeah, which fight?
This is Yami versus Charlotte.
That one's like a C. Actually, I'll give it a C.
Wasn't that good?
Oh,
Okay. So now we have Lich versus Yasta and Yuno. This fight was dope as fuck. Anime and manga. I didn't like how the anime added that last scene when Lich destroyed like half of the fucking base. That was a bit much, but everything else that was added was really dope. I think this is an S tier fight, easy. This is another fight where I watch all the time. I love when Yuno said Spirit Storm in English. That was very very good touch.
All right. Yeah. I agree. It is missing like no, it pretty much hits everything. It doesn't have some story moments that is as good as some other fights, but
Are you
the
kidding me?
this is in terms of story, like emotional moments that some other fights have.
With Klaus, I mean, well, as far as from the fandom standpoint, and I gotta push back on this a little bit. From the standpoint, no, but that's because we wasn't siding with Lich. Because from Lich's standpoint, it was emotional because Austin, had just pretty much almost killed, the other elves, Klaus and Hammond
Right.
at the time.
Yeah.
So those aspects was there, just not for you.
It just wasn't powerful though. It's not like Nozel almost dying or Asta on the brink of death. But I will say, well, let me finish. I will say that I agree with S tier, and in terms of animation, this is what I want for every fight. Like this is the baseline for an S tier fight. It has to have this animation, unless you're Veto, and unless you're the Veto fight. But yeah, S tier.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with the S tier as well. This is one of the best parts of the Black Clover anime. As far as like what I think would be missing is just like more so like a magic matchup, like kind of like how the Veto fight, like they kind of sometimes play chess with the types of magics and how they match up and stuff like that. But besides that, this fight was pretty excellent. So definitely S tier.
Sabo, I think Sabo just said Rex. I think Rex. Did Rex go it?
I don't know. He might be talking to his wifey.
Yo, chill out. Sabo.
Yeah, what's up? Definitely S tier. That ain't no argument, is it?
Sabo. Who is that playing that music?
Man, you know this man at a whole bar right now. Why are you doing it?
What music are you talking about?
I'm guessing he talking about Gold. Cause Gold is that the only one works at a bar with music.
Am I the only one that
muted?
Yeah, my shit was muted.
Nah, it was on my end, I believe.
Yeah, so sometimes on Tier Maker they run YouTube ads on and then you have to mute them. So that might be what you're talking about. Maybe
that was fucking very weird.
It's a little annoying. Yeah, it's a little. If you go to presentation mode, you shouldn't get those ads though.
Alright, okay. Alright. I like this mode better anyway. So S tier for all around. I think that let me see what the chat is saying. S tier. Lola Latoli is someone that probably should have been more shown. Facts, bro. I mean Tabata seemed like he did show her a little bit more afterwards. Like as far as like her popping up. And then she had some screen time with the Gatoroids fight as well. But I do think Compass Magic is one of the most broken magics in Black Clover. It is literally spatial domination, but like it's like the pre-form of spatial domination. Like if you think about it. Also, a good thing. Never mind. I'll get into that later. I want to know Rack's opinion on that. I hear music. Yeah, what the fuck is playing? Yeah, that was funny.
Whose music?
Rax, I want your opinion on something. This is This is like a side topic a little bit. But you've read Chainsaw Man. You know who Halloween is?
About what?
Do you know who Halloween is?
Yeah.
Do you know how her powers work?
Yeah, she just makes you keep pretty much saying Halloween, and you're just like trapped in that weird
not
library.
Really. She gives you all the information. Her power is literally just like Gojo. So how do you feel about her and Gojo fighting? All she has to do is say Halloween. All Gojo has to do is do domain expansion. Did they kill each other?
No, he's gonna get caught first if all she has to do is say it.
He's definitely going to get caught first. But does
As
Gojo
long
have
as
some
the
type of
ability can
feat that
affect
he
him.
doesn't like? That does he have some type of control over his mind to where something like that doesn't affect him? Because it doesn't seem like he
I don't think
does.
so.
I don't think so either. I think Chainsaw Man Halloween claps.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Let's move on. Julius versus Patry. Okay, I'm not gonna go first on this one. I want to hear your opinions on it because I got opinions about it.
A
Dude,
tier.
the anime version is S tier.
Anime version is definitely S tier. I agree with that.
I ain't mad at that. I mean, the only reason why I say A tier is because like it just didn't feel as epic as it could have been.
Fact.
I thought it felt epic. As far as like, if you break it down, the feeling of it is more epic than like the actual technical side of it. I feel like, but I'm going S tier. It's one of my favorites. I fucking love Julius anything though. So yeah, it was just such a pivotal and huge moment for the series that it's always going to get talked about when you bring up any kind of Black Clover, in my opinion. Yeah, go to.
Definitely gonna get talked about.
Fair.
I'll give it a good A. I just didn't like the fight. I ain't like
As far as the manga version, I'll give it a B tier actually, because the manga version is short as shit. It's like fucking 4 panels.
Yeah.
The anime version gets S tier though, so I'll go in the middle and give it a B tier or an A tier. So
Yeah.
I think it averaged out to an A tier because RT gave it an A, Sabo gave it an A S. I don't know.
Yeah. It just like Julius obviously wasn't taking the fight seriously, and Patry had to cheat to win. It's just like
It definitely has the emotional moments because seeing Julius die and all that, Yami showing up,
yeah.
all that stuff was dope as fuck. But in the manga, I just remember just reading through it, not really hype about it too much. The anime, like I say, S tier all day. So I'll just
Cool.
average it out to a solid A tier.
A tier. Okay. All right. What's next?
Okay, next we got Leona versus Raya when she was just dominating him. Again, meatheads love this fight. If you just like fucking brawler shit, this is your fight
Correct.
all day.
A tier. A tier fight.
Yeah, I'll give it an A tier as well. I love this fight, honestly.
Yeah, so much.
I'm gonna go A.
I like how Raya came in all cocky and got a shit
Right, got
pushed
checked
in
real quick.
real quick. Got a shit pushed in. So I'm
Yeah, I'm
definitely
gonna
going
roll
A
with
tier.
A as well. This was another time where it was just like we had seen the elves be so fucking overpowered and just like take so many people to fight them each time, and to see Mario step up and just like one-on-one Raya, who was like, and we had real high expectations for him just based off of seeing Fonda and Beto. Yeah, it was just hype. She gave us hope that they might be able to actually win against the elves. She actually for the entire elf arc took on the biggest plate each time.
Sabo,
Right.
you said S tier?
Goddamn right. I don't know what y'all hating for.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
All right. It averaged out to an A tier, so yeah.
Yeah. Most people vote A.
Okay, Luck and Magma versus Veto. Emotionally, this moment was very dope. The fight was really short. Again, I think this showed off Luck a little bit more than Magma. The teamwork was really dope, especially the combination spell at the end. I thought that was pretty cool. But it's kind of forgettable since both of them have better fights in the series. Now, even back then, I think it was forgettable. It wasn't talked about as much. I'll give it a C tier. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa. I
I'll give
didn't
it a
think
C
you were gonna
tier.
give a C. I think it's hands down better than everything that's in C tier. I give it a B tier. Personally. I think
I don't think
everything you said plus the choreography is way better than everything in C tier.
Nah, I think Final Fight still is king of C tier right now.
Well, I said Fauna Fight is B tier personally, so
I think the Final Fight is still the king of C tier. But
What
okay,
fight we on?
Luck and Magma versus Veto.
Fucking Magna versus Veto is definitely a A.
Okay. Rex?
The range.
This is gonna be hard to average. Go. What about you?
I'm gonna go with the B.
A
You
D
said
tier.
D?
I thought it was solid. B, yeah. Actually,
The
let me look at the list again of what y'all put these at
Which match?
while we're waiting on Rex. I can take a
Like this
gander.
is the
the range is crazy.
this
Rax might
is
as well
the
say S tier.
this is the luck and Magma versus
Veto.
Veto fight.
I don't know. B.
B
B
with
it
a
is.
does it
Yes,
average to a
sir.
B? What it Sabo gave it an A. Yeah, I think it does
Man,
average to a B. All right,
giving it a D is crazy.
I gave it a C. So
Averages out to an A. We're good.
B, yeah, right. What's
all right, so
next?
this is Luck versus what is the skin Dark Disciple name?
Zavekin? Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
Zavekin. For one of the pre-time skip fight, post-time skip fights, this was actually one of the better ones as far as people was very excited to see Luck and what he can do. This fight I think was dope enough to scratch B tier, but outside of the choreograph, it really wasn't something spectacle. Outside of Lux getting new feats, there's nothing really here in my opinion. So
I agree.
I think it barely scratches B tier though, if I'm being honest with
I agree. I co-sign everything you said, B tier.
Yeah, I'll put it in B as well. I agree with what you said. I thought that seeing the coming out of the time skip upgrades, plus he was one of the better Dark Disciples, in my opinion. Yeah,
One of the
most
man,
deluxe fights are always
he
pretty solid.
definitely wasn't one of the better ones. He looked freaky ass. That dude was freaky as hell.
No, the dude with the skin, nah, he wasn't nearly as bad as the fucking tongue dude or the eyeball.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what
the
I'm thinking
eyeball
of.
guy
That's
was
what I'm
cool. What are you
thinking of.
talking about?
The eyeball was cooler than the tongue, and the hair was terrible too. So really, the eyeball and then the skin dude were the best disciples, and I think the skin dude was the best as far as who we winning. I don't know. Leo's fight was actually pretty dope.
Dude was freaky as hell.
Right.
The tongue dude's the worst.
B tier. What we got next?
you. Luck versus Lotus. This fight was dope, especially in the for beginning of Black Clover. I'll give it a solid C tier though. Not that memorable.
I would count the addition of Asta showing up and helping out too. Backstory was in this fight. Choreography was pretty interesting until
I
Lotus
think the
started
most
overwhelming him.
interesting about this fight is probably the lore drop. We got a lore drop, a lot of lore in this fight. So
You said C.
yeah,
I'm fine with C. It's nothing crazy. Oh,
Sabo,
You can see for me too. About to see.
you don't even remember this fight, do you?
Yeah, the little smoke dude. I don't. That's why I remember, but I don't too much care for.
You
all
remember the
right.
fight?
Yeah, I remember this fight with a dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the C.
All right, right.
I'm also gonna go with the C.
Three. All right, all C's.
All right. So next we have what is this? I think that's
Let me check.
Leo.
That's Leo versus the eyeball dude. You could tell because of the spiral flame.
Leo versus the eyeball dude. Again, it was
I'll give
okay.
it a C, man.
That's a
Yeah, the
D,
only
bro.
only reason why it's like a C for me is because it's Leo. But and he did something other than Spiral Flame, and it was pretty impressive. So, and I liked how he put the civilians and others before himself. Showing that he's really a good hero. So I like that moment a lot for Leo. So I'll give it a C.
Yeah, Leo showed a lot of heart. He thought about this fight, like he kept thought it through. Wasn't just like straight attacking back and forth. He kind of used himself as bait and all this yada yada. I thought it was well done, well executed. The other solid Dark Disciple. So I'll go with the C. It could possibly be a low B, but I'll go with the C.
This is a D tier. It literally was not a fight. Dude was just a punching bag. Found him and hit him. Like it's not even a fight. D tier.
All right. So
It was I already said a C, but it was a more of a strategy play. So I give him that.
all right. C tier. Rex.
D tier. C tier.
B.
Oh, generous.
Not Magna. Leo had some cool parts in that scene.
That scene was cool. Okay, so it averaged out.
And I like the eye guy's magic. He's a cool sniper.
I definitely think he got one of the better grimoires. All right.
I like that part when he made that big flame thing in the middle. What he had strapped on the way. I liked that shit.
The island level attack. Yeah, that was dope.
Jack Oates in the building.
Wait, isn't that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
When he did that giant, huge circle and blew it up?
Yep,
isn't that what we're talking about?
Yes. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the fight we're talking about.
Yeah. Versus Xeno. Now I don't know if this is going to be counting for. Yeah, this has to count because this is the anime fights. So yeah, this is the first time they interact with each other. I think the anime did this fight dirty as hell, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. They could have did way better. It was way too much bullshit going on, but the fight itself was pretty good. First time we seen struggle to this extent. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I don't think it's an A tier fight, honestly, especially if you take into consideration the animation. So I'll stick it in like high quality B tier.
You said this is the first time they met at the Golden Dawn's place?
Yeah.
About a good B. Yeah, I like seeing struggle. Yeah, I like that. My bad, go.
Oh, you're good. I was gonna actually say something similar. I was gonna say I kind of want to put it into A just because how big a L the whole Golden Dawn took, and that was kind of a big moment in Black Clover. We haven't seen that many people get killed at once.
Yeah, when you think about that, when you say it like that, I want to give it an AC. And William hung up like that. Oh my god!
You know what I mean? Like it just had so many memorable things in it, and it was just we had never seen people get wrecked like that. We lost like 3 named Magic Knights or something like that. I'm gonna put it in A actually. Fuck it.
Yeah, bro, seeing William hung up like that, bro, put a smile on my face. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to put a A too, bro.
Rax, what about you? Okay, RT.
So, Josuke, you don't feel the same way though? When you seen William hanging up from all them goddamn bones, you ain't feel good?
Kind of
like the mission was complete.
Kind of, sorta, because I wanted to see him. I wanted if you're gonna keep him around, at least have him do something.
The mission is not complete until William is dead.
That's what I'm saying though. I thought he was. When I seen him laying up like that, I thought he was either dead or on his way, boy.
Right, all right.
What are you giving this for?
So I had to.
I give it a B.
Rax gave it a B. So I had to refresh to make sure that to see if the anime added anything new from the manga. And I'm consistent all the way around. This is a D tier fight. Nothing happened. Literally nothing happened, bro. I need a fight. I'm tired of all this moments are moments. It's not a fight, bro. Literally, showed up, got pissed, charged Xenon. Xenon beat the crap out of him, almost killed him. Nothing happened. D tier.
The scene with him and Bell is very powerful. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right. It's still not a fight. It's still not a fight.
Sometimes fights happen in moments. You see all them people getting knocked out in 1 second, 3 seconds.
But that wasn't a fight. It literally was not a fight. He charged, didn't do anything.
Didn't have attacks that he shot at him, and then he got put in the box, like saw the devil outline. Like those things count as part of the fight. Didn't they use swords and they like clash swords or some shit like that?
Charged at him. Xenon blocked him, put him in the box, almost killed him. That's it.
Huh. I might have to rewatch that, but still.
I'm surprised he's giving it a D, but I'm not mad at it.
I'm consistent. If it's not a fight, it's not a fight. I'm consistent.
So, Rax, what did you give it?
I give it a B. I really like seeing William strung up, getting his ass kicked, and then
All right, so
you
I
know,
think
show
it,
some emotion.
Yes,
since
sir.
RT gave it a D, it still averaged out to a B. Too many people gave it a B. RT.
I mean, you guys like it for stuff that's not part of the fight. You just hate William. That's what it sounds like.
Not,
We
I
like it.
didn't. I didn't say
Well,
that.
dang.
They said that, but I see what you mean. All right,
Jack Oates agrees in the chat. He says William needs to die real slow.
all right. This is Heath versus Magma and Asta and Noel. This fight was pretty dope, especially again. I remember when I watched this. This is one of the first fights I watched in the anime, like literally, and I was satisfied. I'll give it a solid C tier. I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't be mad if it ended up in D tier though.
This is one of our villain deaths, right? Right off rip.
Yeah, this is him killing himself.
Isn't this the ice dude?
Yeah.
He had monozone. He was impressive.
No,
Okay,
he did not.
All right.
How long are y'all gonna do this?
What'd you give it, Joe Sky?
I gave it a C tier.
Okay. All right. So for me, I'm actually gonna give this a B tier. This was an actual fight. Like you had a lot of stuff happen in this situation. You had Noelle learn a useful spell for the very first time in this situation with her shielding everybody. You had Asta showing off his combat ability, but still not able to beat Heath because Heath is smarter than him and had the advantage. You had Magna trying to surpass his limits despite his mana level going down. And then they had a strategic win with the fireball and then him hitting it back and hitting Heath. Like there's so much there's so
There's a
much
lot
flow
going
in the
on.
fight.
It is.
Yeah. This
I'm
is
not
an
mad at
actual
that.
fight. I'm gonna give it a B tier. It had a lot going on.
I'm not mad at that. I'm actually not mad at it at all. You're right. Sabo.
Yeah, I still give it a C though. But he reminded me when he hit that fireball back and it split in four ways. That shit was fire though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, just
Facts.
All right.
It's
So
just Heath is boring. That's the only problem.
solid breakdown for it.
all right. So now we're at Dorothy versus the half of the Black Bulls that was there. This fight is kind of forgettable. The best part about it is pretty much them summoning the other Dorothy, and even then, we didn't even get to see all of that. I'll give this a D tier, honestly. It's forgettable as hell. The best thing about it is the only thing people talk about it for is because of the feats that's in the fight. Everything else, nobody talks about it for any other reason. So I'll give it a D tier.
You said Dorothy versus who?
It was Vanessa Luck and who else?
Sally.
Sally, a couple other people.
L.A. Magna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember this shit. I'll give it whatever he gave.
Noel.
Huh?
What was
Dorothy,
there?
Dorothy
I
versus
think I'm gonna
who?
give it a D too.
Look this shit up. I swear I don't remember this.
This is Elf Dorothy.
Oh, okay. That's why I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna go C tier. There's some interesting things happen in this fight that make it at least like somewhat intriguing. At least it was. Stuff did happen. A lot of mind games here and there against Elf Dorothy, and then obviously the real Dorothy image showed up. So
Oh, this moment. Okay. Yeah. It's still about a C.
I'll go C.
C. Go gave it a what?
I gave it a D.
Oh
Gave it a
no.
D.
This the moment when everybody was like, "Oh, look, it has infinite mana sense and shit." No, that's a D. Hell no, fuck that.
What? Infinite monosense?
Yeah, this is that.
Yeah. When it was like, he said that Dorothy realm felt like it was infinite or some shit like that. It went on forever.
Yeah, this is that moment.
So they're trying to say Dorothy got infinite magic, some shit like that.
Yes, this is that moment.
No, I'm telling RT what I was talking about, bro.
I gotcha. All right. Well, was that 4 people said D tier? I guess goes to D tier.
Ladros.
Yeah,
Womp womp.
We got, what is that? Ladros versus everybody else pretty much. This fight was dope, especially when he got the Salaman. Oh no, never mind. This isn't that part because that fight is here. This is Ladros when he first lost. This fight was like a D
Oh,
tier,
against
and this is
yeah,
just like when he ran away and found everybody else. This fight, honestly, is forgettable. I mean, I like the part where Mars showed off a little bit, but D tier, it's forgettable as fuck.
agreed. D tier.
Yeah, it's a damn sure forgettable. I only remember the Asta fight with Ladros.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
literally nothing happened with the fun. I
Ladros
mean,
just
some
ran
stuff
away.
happened.
He just ran away pretty much after Mars got involved and Denzel. All right, so this is actually wasn't a fight. This is more of a tussle with Finaro, Mosa, and Noel
What
versus
the?
Gao Zhao. Again, very short.
No, I don't. Sorry,
Again,
man.
yo,
Gold
mute
game.
yourself.
Nice.
Mute yourself, bro. Again, this fight was very short. Wasn't that really? It was impressive as far as how the Black Bulls handled themselves, but other than that, it wasn't nothing here. I give it a D tier.
Okay. Me too. It wasn't really a fight. He was just testing him. D tier.
I'll at least give it a C. I like how he flexed on him a little bit. Yeah, Noel shook.
I think she was more
He thought
surprised than shook.
that can go one in the same if you ask them, depending on who you asking.
Interesting.
Yeah, shook make it seem like more scared.
But you get surprised. A surprise could scare you.
All right. What's that? DDC Rex. What do you got?
D.
D. 3Ds. D tier.
Okay, what's next? Flagoleon versus Kaiser. Again, fight super short. Nothing really happened. I do like the fact how Flagoleon used strategy to get into Kaiser's vortex. So I think that's puts it in a C tier for me, is because I did like that strategy. But the second time around, it gets boring because he did it again in the captain's fight. First time Flagoleon really used the salamander in a strategic way, or the first time we saw the salamander being used besides just like brute force. So I think it puts it in a C tier for me. But I'll say the same thing for the Veto fight as well with Marileona. I might as well do both of them at the same time. Well, the
Yeah.
Veto fight at least had better choreograph, and in the anime they hyped it up a little bit more. So in this Marileona, so I'll give that one a B tier actually. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. C for Kaiser, Fuegoleon, B for Marileona and Vito. I'm fine with that.
No, definitely
Yeah, I can rock with it too.
BA for me.
Which one's A? Marileona, I'm guessing.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Meathead finally found somebody that she could tussle with.
Yeah, that's pretty dope about it.
And I like how Fuegoleon, everybody thought, oh, he gonna come out and do shit. He ain't gonna come out and do shit. At least he showed that he why he was number one in his whatchamacallit.
All right, next we have Asta in the Crystal Exam versus Langris. Uh, this fight was actually pretty dope because of the emotional aspect to it. This is when Asta really first went all out in his black form, and I liked it. So I give it a B tier because I fuck with Asta versus Langris. I give it
give
A
it-
tier.
I give it an 8 because of the entry. Everybody
Yeah.
likes that entry.
I like the entry as well, so I gave it an A tier as well.
Yeah,
If
the
we
entry's
count
definitely dope.
the entry, I don't know if I count the entry. If I did, I would get an A tier, but I don't count it, so I'm gonna put B tier.
Okay.
I'm gonna go B tier.
Okay.
It's about to be. But I won't go entry.
The entry by itself is S tier.
Do you don't think that trope a little old yet?
Nah.
All right. So everybody gave it a B tier pretty much. Or wait, hold on. I gave it A tier. Rax gave it an A tier. You gave it a B tier. RT. Go gave it a what?
Well, Joseph, you gave it a B tier initially.
Yeah, initially I changed it to an A.
Well, I
gave it a B.
B.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Okay. So it average out to an A, I think. Wait, Sabo, what did you give it? It all depends.
B.
Oh, never mind. Average out to a B.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Charming versus the hair disciple. D tier. Nothing with hair, honestly.
That's an F. That's an F tier.
It's honestly an F tier fight. Yeah, it was one of the
What?
worst fights in the post time skip.
Crazy how more stuff happened in that fight than Yuno versus Zeon. Crazy.
Well, I'm looking at Yuno versus Xenon more broader than what you looked at it, but okay, I see what you mean.
I'm looking at the fight, sir. I agree with that. No, I'm gonna go C tier.
What?
There was definitely
I'm gonna
back.
go D.
There was back and forth with the hair girl was actually injuring her, pushing her to the edge, and then
Man, that shit was
Charming
annoying.
transformed and showed her how her magic really works with the true magic and her food, true magic, and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go C tier. There's actually a little back and forth and some power ups too, so it's definitely an actual fight. So we'll
All
C
right.
tier.
Gold gave it D. Rex gave it F. Sabo, you gave it a what?
What, D.
All right, it
I
stays
thought
with D.
I thought the girl she was fighting was annoying as fuck. Man.
Yeah, and I got tired of the food magic by that point.
That's the
I wanna
second
see-
time the food magic came. What do you mean tired?
I'm just tired of seeing the wolf eat. I want to see it do. I thought it does more than just eat. That's what I wanted to see it do something else. But to each his own. All right. So now we have Charming versus Elf Real. This was a way better fight, especially since it was the first time we saw the wolf. The first adult Charming power up. Super fire. Everybody was talking about it. I'll give it an A tier. It was an actual fight. Charming stepping in. It wasn't no emotional moments in it really. It was just more of a meathead moment. But again, it was the first adult Charming. I remember I was so hype about this. And I think I got over like 2,000 views when I reviewed that chapter. So definitely going to A tier for me.
Respect.
What do you mean there's no emotional moment? Real fell in love, Josuke.
I guess.
Isn't that the part that real fell in love? Yeah. Let's get an
L.
A tier from me.
Okay.
The transformation was cool, but literally in terms of fighting, this is basically the same as the hair fight. The moment she transforms, she eats the mana and beats the crap out of her opponent. Same thing.
Right, but you
Dude,
could
that
just see
manga
real
panel.
do all
Remember
the
that
dope
first
stuff
manga panel? That shit was
beforehand.
dope
Well,
as hell.
let me finish.
The
Let me
manga,
finish.
the art in this
Yeah.
fight was dope as hell too. The anime didn't do it justice at all.
Yeah, that's the biggest part that I liked.
Right. The reason
It was
why
the best of real.
Right. The reason why I put it a tier above the hair one is because the elf real was a much more interesting opponent. The creations was crazy in terms of basically creating a hell, and obviously the impact of the first transformation is way more impactful. So yeah, it's a tier above. So I'll go B tier.
It was a good B tier. I like seeing her transformation.
All right.
And you got that little dwarf, and you got more theories behind that when that happened. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some lore drop in here.
That
So it stays in A tier, I
Wait,
believe.
I'm gonna. Can I actually switch mine to B? I was just thinking about the other A's that we have. I think
It actually goes down
it's
to B because Sabo gave
more
it
of
a
a
B.
B.
yeah, I got
Yeah,
B.
but the
Probably
A's
B.
ones being like Yami and Lich and shit like that, or Yami and Patry.
I think
Yeah, nah, B tier feels better.
it was just because it was for me. It's because it was just the hype. That's why it's so high for me. I was super hyped.
No.
Rex,
Jack
did,
was like,
Rex, did you
put
have
that on
anything?
S.
Rex, did you have anything about this fight?
No, I'm pretty much the same.
Okay.
B tier.
Asta
Jack, lore
versus
can only go so far, bro.
yeah, lore wise, it was definitely fire. Asta
I'm
versus
saying-
Mars, one of the best fights in the beginning of Black Clover. Probably the best fight in the beginning of Black Clover. Definitely S tier for me. Everything's there. Yeah, S tier for me.
Animation
The only
wasn't.
thing that's stupid about it is the anti magic water. Still don't like it.
Yeah, the inconsistent too.
Yeah. S tier for me.
Yeah. I don't have it S tier. I have it A tier. It had a lot of good stuff. Again, I'm stickler with like animation that wasn't great at all in this fight. But a lot of very cool moments with Asta and Mars getting back up and finishing him off. So it's an A tier fight overall. It did its
Bell
job.
first and bro, so much in this fight, bro. Bell's first getting introduced. You know, we got so much lore. It's so much in this fight. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but
This
it's
should
just like
fit your criteria that you mastered.
animation
that over.
is
The
animation's
animation is actually good, which I don't
no,
know.
it's not.
Yes,
It's
it
not.
is.
It's not good. No, it's not. It's not good.
Don't they troll that scene a lot by those steel motion?
Yes, they troll that scene so many times.
No, that's
That
the
is a
Veto
fact.
scene.
No, the
It's the Veto scene
it
when
might
he's
be
running
Veto
across
scene too.
when he's running across the wall.
It might be the Veto scene too. I know there's really bad animation moments in the Mars scene though. And the choreography is not that crazy because like some of them is just Asta swinging his sword, and then Mars had a lot of good abilities. I'll give him that.
So many abilities.
Mars made that fight with the way he was just dicking them down, bro, the whole time.
Yeah, Mars definitely was the most impressive because like couldn't do anything. Asta was just swinging his sword until he got the new sword, and then finished him off. So
Okay.
A tier.
Rex.
A tier as well.
A tier. Sabo. A tier. Gold. Probably dealing with a customer right now. All right, so it drops down to A tier because of these dickheads. Let's see what the chat's saying. Oh, Jack.
Actually,
what
you know
was
what?
it? What was the fight?
Listen, you know what? Your passion has inspired me. I'm gonna switch mine to S tier.
Oh my god, bro! Like,
The man said his passion.
this list, throw it out the window, bro. It has no credibility.
What are you talking about? That fight is really good.
Nah, it was just
The credibility goes out the window when you go adding feelings.
I know you're not talking.
Hey man, facts for facts. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jack Coat said he doesn't like the Black Clover fights. He's in it for the lore. Respect
that.
I don't actually no respect. The Captain's fight is crazy.
Wait,
crazy.
Okay, so it actually stays at A, even with Rax S vote. So
yes, sir.
I think
Keep it where it belongs.
It all depends on Gold. So it is what it is.
You try to fuck it up. The universe
So now
always
we
correct.
got the grid. There's the grid fight all together because yeah, S tier.
Yeah,
Yami, everything was here. You know, there's a grid fight. Nothing much to say about it. The Yami moment, moment, Asta's moment, hell, Patri. You can just keep going on and on and on and on and on. It's so much here to talk about. And the anime is like one of the best episodes ever. So.
Yep, S tier. Nothing else to say.
Better than a Kaido moment versus Luffy.
Yeah, S tier, no doubt.
Kaido's a
easy one.
See what you did.
All right, so we got we got Asta versus who is that? Is that Damnatio? Oh no, this is Asta versus Elf Gauch. This fight was pretty good when it first dropped, but it's forgettable as fuck, man. You don't remember too much about this fight. I think it was the first time. Yeah, they did have like the disco ball shit going on with Henry. This is like the first time we saw Henry show off what he can do outside of his castle, really. I'll give it a D tier. It's forgettable as fuck. Yeah, bro, it's forgettable.
Oh my god!
If it wasn't for the what Gauch said at the end, I would remember absolutely nothing about this fight. It's forgettable as shit. Go ahead. Change my mind, RT.
Oh my goodness. This, even though I agree in terms of forgettable, in terms of the Alpha arc, it definitely wasn't one of the more notable ones, but like when you do remember what happens, there is so much that happens in the fight. Obviously, we have Elf Gauch and his sister bringing out some crazy abilities with the mirror magic plus the eye magic and paralyzing people. Of course, we have Ghost using his laser beams in a lot of different unique ways. We got like you said, Henry and his crew showing up using it as like a ship for one of the scenes to try to get close to Gauch to try to outmaneuver him. Also struggling and trying to outmaneuver Ghost the entire time until they finally came up with a plan. Eventually, got one over him. So there's a lot of back and forth. It's not like a power thing or a choreography thing. It's definitely more of a strategy thing. I don't think it's the craziest thing, but it's like it's still interesting enough. I'll go C tier or D tier, B, C or B. See, I'll go C. Since Kaiser's C, I'll go C.
Okay. RT. I mean, Sabo.
What fight is it?
Never mind. Rex, you know what fight this is?
No.
It's not even worth talking about. If I'm being honest with you.
Right,
Now this next fight is worth talking about. Yami versus Dante. Well, it might not be worth talking about. I think I know where everybody's gonna go with this one.
Oh,
Yami versus Dante.
Yeah.
If you include the whole first Dante fight, everything all the way through until Dante loses, that's the S tier fight.
No. There's two separate parts. There's Yami and Asta versus Dante. Yami versus Dante.
Yeah.
And Asta versus Dante.
Just the Asta part, I give it an A.
This is Yami versus
S
Dante.
tier.
Whole thing. Yami versus Dante, I still give it an A.
A. All right, I'll give it an A tier as well. Actually, I might give it a C S tier because I remember I was super hyped. So if I'm adding the hype factor, I'm giving it an S tier. Right, give it an A.
I agree with Rax. I'll also give it an A. And the Asta one, I'm gonna do all of them right now. Spitfire right now. A for a Yami versus Asta, Yami versus Dante. B for Asta versus Dante. S for Asta and Yami versus Dante.
Okay, I agree with that actually. S for Yami and Asta versus Dante. You said B for Asta versus Dante?
Yeah, B for Asta.
Nah,
Solo versus Dante.
I give that an A for me. I'm not mad at B though. What about you, Rex? So Rex, which ones you gave an S to?
I gave an S to the anime fight for Julius, and then I gave it an S to.
No, I'm saying like for okay, so Yami Asta versus Dante.
Yami and Asta, like the whole ending portion, I probably give it an S.
Okay, and what about just Asta versus Dante? Asta versus Dante.
A.
And Yami versus Dante.
I also give it an A.
Okay, so that drops down to an A. All right, I'm not mad at the spitball.
Fair enough.
It looks good. All right. Asta versus Libby. In the anime, this was an S tier fight. The manga is probably a B tier fight. I mean, A tier fight. No, probably B tier, honestly. So I'll go in the middle with the A.
Yeah, I'm gonna split the difference with you and say A. The anime was actually, honestly, a lot of the Black Clover stuff gets improved with the anime.
The later stuff in the beginning, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with B. It's another one of those moments. Is Asta and Libby are just cool. Art, nah, I'm gonna go C. The only thing that really happens is like Libby throws swords at Asta. Asta dodges and eventually hits him with his sword. It wasn't really too complex. Did something else happen? What else happened?
We got the moments with Asta remembering, like Asta using all of what he learned. That was all dope stuff. That was all good stuff. So,
okay, I'll go B then. Arguably C. Really short. It wasn't really a fight. Libby barely could do anything to Asta.
That's true.
I get that C, bro. I ain't like Libby at all.
He levitated the sword, so that's cool.
But that's literally all he could do. Nigga don't even know how to use his own magic. Well, his own whatever he got.
He can do so much. You know, he excelled at that so much.
Dude literally said, I don't even know how to use my.
All right, Libby versus Asta goes to A. This is real and you know. the first time. What are y'all thinking? I'm not gonna say anything until I'm last.
Versus, this the back and forth was there. The animation was there. What a really good animation. It wasn't like an emotional fight. It was just like a fight. It didn't really have like crazy moments. So with that said, I'm gonna give it an A tier. If it did have emotional moments, if it did have like some crazy like lore with it, it'll be S, but it doesn't. So it's just a really good fight all the way around. Great animation. A tier.
Sabo, what are you giving it?
I just giving it an A. I like the anime. All that flying around was cool.
Yeah, and I think it was real dope in the anime. I'm gonna go A tier as well. It's cool to see Real kind of get creative and do some things. It was really exciting to see him get involved at that point because we hadn't really seen too much of the captains, especially him. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an A tier. And it's always always pretty dope.
I'm giving this fight a solid C tier. I think it's one of the most overhyped fights ever. All right, it's just flying around and bashing each other in the anime, and then the manga is literally for like 6 panels at most. I think six is no, it's not even 6 panels. It's like 4 panels in the manga. So no, I'm not. This fight is way too short. The anime makes it overhyped. If they just strictly anime, it might go to a B. But the manga, it's like 5 panels. No, fuck no. I'm giving it a C. But everybody else gave it a what? An A and a B. So average out.
And everybody gave it an A. No, everybody gave it an A, and there was no B.
Rax, what did you give it, Rax?
It's crazy.
Rax, what did you give it?
A, there we go. Another A. You better put that A, bro.
That's the most overhyped fight ever of all time.
Oh,
the most overhyped fight in Black Clover.
Nah, I don't think it's
the most overhyped. All right, so this is the fucking pull-up scene that's in every anime.
Pull-up scene?
Yeah, this is when Asta, Magma, and Luck pulled up on Langris. I mean, it's overused, overhyped. I'll give it a C tier.
It's not even a fight.
It's not a fight. It's just a moment.
It's a moment. I'm consistent. That's not a fight. They just showed up. Even though it's an S tier moment, but it's a D tier fight. There's nothing that happens.
Well, say there's nothing that happened.
I mean, the dialogue puts it at a C for me. I did like hearing Luck say, "We're gonna kill you." That was pretty cool.
Bro, you showing up is not a. It's not that. That's like the worst example of an actual fight. Literally, not a fight.
Okay, we got you.
Not a fight.
Was it an altercation?
Yeah, you can say altercation. You can say that. You say altercation.
All right,
I'm arguing semantics, right?
Go. What do you put into that?
So wait, y'all are just talking about the scene where they all ganged up on Langris, and I thought we already talked about that.
This is the actual scene. For some reason, they put it in here extra.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a. I mean, yeah, as a fight, no, that's not shit. That's a D.
Right? You got any opinions on this one?
Well, which one was it?
It's the scene when they pulled up on Langris.
Oh, that's an S tier scene.
Okay.
Yeah, but not a fight.
We all the scene. If we're talking about fighting, no, but I mean, we're talking about scene. It wasn't really a fight. It didn't do anything.
Exactly.
We already established it wasn't a fight. It's just
exactly. All right, seems like you got more D votes than me. I tried to put it at a C, but okay. All right, this next fight is definitely a C. Sally versus the Black Wolves Castle was trash, terrible.
I went.
I'm sure they're also talking about the fact that Gordon and Ravici and Gray and Ghost are also fighting. I'm sure.
Even if you add that in, probably still a D for me.
I'll go C. At least there's something that it makes it more of a fight. Someone said, "What's up? What's up, Sharp Man?"
I mean, I guess that was when Henry first got up or first appeared. So I mean, yeah, I mean, you got some credit there, but
Gordon's magic, we haven't really seen it until
Gordon's magic. Okay. Now you're getting me on the good side. Gordon magic first appeared then.
Yeah. It was a good character moment for Ghost because he took charge for Gray, Gordon, and Henry.
It was a good.
And then Ravici had the moment. What is it? was it a captain level zombie that Rivici had, or a vice captain?
a captain level or like a ex captain or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so you got him to see. Rax, you giving it a what? Because you're a big Ravici fan.
Ravici fan. You mean ratings?
I mean, ratings fan. Yeah, we keep saying Ravici.
I don't know why I said Rivici.
I mean, I give it a B tier.
B
Cool.
tier.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I wish Ray's kept following up, kept doing all these cool different hybrid zombies. Too magic.
All right. Next we have. I actually don't know what this is. This is Asta Luck Magma versus. I actually don't know what this is.
Who could have they obviously versed? Oh,
I don't-
this is Luck versus Asta Magna.
Oh, Elf Luck versus Asta and Magma. This fight was dope as fuck. I'm not gonna hold you, especially emotionally. I'll give it an A tier. Anime, probably a D tier, honestly. But for the manga and just the emotional aspect, it has everything you want in a fight. It was a solid B tier for me.
I agree to the B tier. There's actually a lot to the fight, even beyond the emotional moment. Like Magna had to strategize to fight Elf Luck. Like it was a real tough fight, and Vanessa was also struggling because Elf Luck kept on killing Magna, and she was running out of mana because if she did, and then she had to mitigate the fact that it was also protecting Elf Luck, so they had to find a balance to fight Elf Luck, but while also getting him getting protected. And then Magna nuked himself to fight against Elf Luck to put a serious damage. Eventually, Asta showed up, and Asta even struggled against Elf Luck until he eventually took him out. So it was a really good fight, really good emotional moments. It's like B or A tier. The emotional, I'm gonna put it A tier. Emotional moments, I feel like carried it to A tier.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of good.
I'm gonna put it at
It was a
B
good fight.
tier. Well, it is a little slept on, honestly. I'll put it at B tier though.
What fight we on?
This man.
I was looking at you. Okay.
Man, it was Elf Luck versus Asta and Magma.
Fuck y'all laughing at?
How you feel about it?
Y'all on some weird shit. I don't even know.
RT laughing at the way I looked at you when you said what fight we on.
Yeah.
It's about a what you say? What is what the fight is again?
Bro.
I'm texting somebody, man.
All right. We on
Say it one more time, god damn it.
We're on Asta versus Ladros.
Oh, that's about a good B. I like the Ladros trying to suck in everybody magic. Who magic he took? Faunas? That was fire.
Yeah. Salamander magic.
Yeah, Salamander, really. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I feel like Asta versus Ladros was a good fight. It was one of the more hype fights. I remember the anime was just a little bit too much for people, but I remember it had like a bunch of YouTubers reacting to it. It was like one of the first big fights that had Black Clover trending. I remember all that stuff. I'll probably give it a solid B as well. Probably maybe an A if you add in the fact that it was an emotional moment with the Witch Queen and everything else. If you want to add in all that stuff, probably an A tier fight, honestly. The anime definitely did a good job for what it had, especially in the Blu-ray. They changed it in the Blu-ray from the when it aired. They actually changed it. So if you have the Blu-ray, go check it out. But I'll give it an A tier. RT.
Fair enough. I'll go B tier. It has one of the most iconic moments in Black Clover, being Asta's transformation. Obviously, the fight itself is cool. Like the powers are interesting, but it was mostly Ladros running away from Asta the entire time. It wasn't really a big back and forth type thing where Asta was struggling. Nah, the moment he transformed, Ladros was scared. So That's basically what it was, although it was cool for what we saw. So that's why I say B tier overall. B tier.
Rax, what about you?
B tier.
B tier. Sabo gave it an A. I gave it a B. RT gave it a B. Gold. Alex when he comes back.
Well, that's already 3 Bs.
Yeah, to be honest. Last but not least, well, most definitely least, we have Radies versus Asta. D tier. I forgettable as fuck. Too much screaming. That's definitely the when Asta screaming was getting annoying. Yeah, I hated this fight. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I rewatch Black Clover, I always fast forward through this shit if I even watch it at all. So D tier for me.
Yeah, it's pretty boring.
No,
I'm fine with D tier.
me.
I'm fine with the D
A
tier.
tier for you, Rex.
A
Okay.
for my guy Radies.
Oh, someone
Oof.
broke a glass.
Everything okay?
Trouble in paradise at the Rax family home.
Chill out. All right, man. With that being said, this is the tier list. This is the tier maker. All right, we got everything all said and done. We're gonna have 4 S tiers, which is not bad. Asta Yami versus Dante. This is a great fight. Lich versus Asta and Yami and Beto fight. I think those are solid S tiers. If you ask me, I think Merleona versus a 5 Elf should be up there for the meathead, for all the good meatheads out there. Pause. But other than that, I think the list looks pretty good. I'm not mad at it.
Yes, sir.
Definitely not mad
Yeah,
at
no, it's a solid list for sure.
it. Shout out to my
Sorry if I
boy.
missed one or two.
Nah, you good, man. Shout out to my boy RT, man, for coming up with this idea. We had some more stuff coming, but everybody wasn't here that we wanted to, so we wanted to save it. So we got another thing coming that we're gonna save for everybody else. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Anything else anybody want to discuss?
Is there a return date for Black Clover yet?
No.
Like 2 weeks or something. 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, 3 months from when it was announced, so it's only a few more weeks.
Right.
There's
But
no
I feel like
actually
they said it was
official-
about 3 months. Yeah, they didn't actually say it'll return on the 25th of August. They just said about 3 months, and I'm like, I really don't hope this about 3 months turns into like 4 or 5 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no
We'll
official
see.
word on it.
If not, read Mashal.
Yes.
Mashal's pretty
I
good right
second
now.
that.
Mashal is pretty good right now.
Ooh, did you guys read that new Kaiju number 8 chapter?
Not yet.
No,
Yeah,
I
it was
haven't.
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, you gotta feel it. I like the ending of it. It's pretty interesting.
Hints on a lot of good, very interesting lore. A
Yeah.
lot of very interesting manga. It seems like the age of manga currently is ending.
A little bit.
One Piece, One Punch Man, Black Clover, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Everything. I'm actually thinking
Yeah.
about catching up on My Hero. I told RT
Should.
about that earlier.
You should.
Thinking about it. But with that being said, man,
Hero.
Ew.
I see you guys later. Hope come back. Yeah. Just have a Black Clover character tier list. Just characters, not powers. Oh, just normal characters. That would be like normal character development and stuff. Noah's winning that all day, baby. But
Best character in Black Clover? No, it was not the best character in Black Clover.
Noah's best character in Black Clover. But that's another debate for another time. It's getting pretty late over here. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you, RT, for coming through and convincing me to get my ass on the live stream. Because we was going to postpone it, but RT was like, nah, fuck that. Let's do it. So thank you, RT. Thank you, Sabo, Gold, Rex. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Jack Goat in the chat. Appreciate you, my boy. Everybody in the chat, Kino, all my boys in the chat, man. Y'all are some goats. And yeah, somebody said fuck Marshall. Yo, Kino, chill out. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all so much for joining. And we'll see y'all next week. I'll probably be doing a live stream or some more of those